I'm going. Okay. Is it that good? Oh my god. Is it the
It's maybe the best bandlist.
bro? Is it like one page? Oh my god! What? It's like literal. Okay, okay. I'm switching. I'm switching. Oh my god! What?
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Oh my lord, dude. Let me get my fucking headphones on. But let me. Okay, so. Oh my god, what is going
I
on?
love Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my god, what is going on, guys? We have a new ban list here, and it's not letting me switch my audio settings. What the fuck? Oh my god. Why is that? Okay, filter. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go over the ban list here. There's a new ban list, guys, as you can see from our reaction. So yeah, we weren't expecting this to happen anytime soon, so it's just like literally been the most insane last 3 days of Yu-Gi-Oh ever. I'm not gonna lie. So we got Mario with us, the GOAT.
Oh my god.
What's your first reaction for this ban list? I mean, it looks like, okay, so we have Protos, Artifact, Mjolnir.
Low key, when I read the last card, I
Oh my god,
fall from my chair.
Holy
I did fall from my chair, like.
Oh my god, it's over! It's over. It's over. Like, I don't know. Like Branded doesn't. The number one counter for Branded in the format since Branded has come out. D-Barrier is now banned. Like, what the fuck? It's also the most toxic card in the ban list. Oh my god, dude. This is crazy.
Bro, like Genesis, low key, I think the Genesis staff hit it on TCG, you need to do something or the game will die because Genesis will like take over if they don't do anything.
I think that's what happened. I think they saw everyone's complaining, everyone saying like, oh, Genesis is just far better than Modern now. Like, they had to do something. They took almost 6 months to release the last ban list, and it obviously did not do enough. So the fact that they're doing this cleanup crew where they ban quite literally 7 floodgates. They've never done this before. And I said the other day on stream, Mario, where I was like, they eventually have to ban all of these if they want to, because of what, like, it's just like what you said. Genesis is just rubbing it in the face of Modern with how they were able to ban all the floodgates. And it's just like, what's the disconnect? Was the OCG preventing the TCG from banning all these floodgates or what? Because, like, we finally got it. Like, that's crazy, dude.
Bro, like I think this is like literally what happened. Like, I think the Genesis staff said, yo, bro, we made blogs that we ban now all the toxic cards. Like, they made it like yesterday or one day before that they will hit more like degen cards. Yep. And everybody was like so crazy, and then like Genesis best, and now they needed to make an emergency ban list.
It's so crazy, man. It's genuinely absolutely fucking insane. Yeah, I guess the format's saved. Holy shit, right? Like, that is crazy. Yeah, what do you guys think of that ban list in the chat? Oh my lord. Yeah, do you think like did they miss anything, I guess is the question. Like, I guess Herald, but like I've heard like Yummy's bad without Herald, so I don't know. That's fine.
Bro, like the problem was like in YCS Lille, shit like that. They mained Frosty Barrier, some people. That happened to a friend, he played Branded Dracotail, and he got hit by 4 Frosty Barrier combos, main deck.
Yeah, in the
and
main
like,
deck, right?
Like,
yeah, I heard
literally
that.
blasted. Because like the Fury for like YCS Lille was Malice is out. So what do? We main Frosty Barrier because every deck like dies to it. Low-key.
Yeah. I did remember watching Jordan Gallagher's deck profile for his Branded Dracotail build, and he's like, there were so many people here at Lil with main deck D-Barrier, and when I saw that, I'm just like, this is the most cooked format we've ever been in if people are main decking D barrier. So it was like, if not now, when would that card get banned? So yeah. Do you think that the Mjolnir lock being banned solves a lot of the issues for the format on its
Yes.
own, or is it really just the D barrier thing with the Mjolnir together that's going to be doing it?
The problem with Mjolnir was uh, these K9 piles that popped up, like K9 Crystron and K9 Sulfur Quad, were like really Mjolnir Turbo, especially K9 Sulfur Quad was like literally Mjolnir Turbo, which was like very unfun to play against. And it's like kind of crazy the instant address that like even Memento started to Mjolnir lock because
Yeah.
the card is so insane. And it's like beautiful. Like the best hits from this list are Mjolnir, obviously, the barrier, of course, Protoss, of course, and the rest is like nice. Like it's not that matter. Like Pachi is nice for pure Mitsurugi. People played that, so it's like crazy for that deck. But like I didn't had the last 2 to 3 weeks problems with Ouroboros and the two barrier statues. Like the barrier statues did nothing, but it's like nice to have that they get banned because they degen. They like
Yeah, I
fuck
was
that
gonna
cards.
say it was just
Fuck
like
that
way
cards.
too many non-game situations going on. I feel like more than before, like more than ever before in the meta. So it makes sense to me that they ended up hitting everything, but um geez, yeah, because have you been playing like a fair amount of TCG, Mario, or do you just know from like the people you talk to around you? Like, I'm just curious how like this is actually, this should have. Oh wait, Ouroboros. I didn't even see the Ouroboros. Ouroboros ban is absolutely also a very good thing, because yeah, no, that was just like literally Kamal, like I don't know if no, it wasn't Kamal, but like it was something like that. I don't know. Someone was using Ouroboros last YCS. I know I'm sounding out of my territory with this one, but no, that's just like such a huge hit. I should have fixed the audio too, so it's not echoing anymore, guys. Finally the meta is healing. What's up, Baby Otter? We got a good ban list, and we got the return of Baby Otter games. How's it going? Jalen Johnson, actually, this shit is all buns. Where the hell is Featherstorm? OMG, they wiped their again, bro. They need to ban the dumb card. Yeah, I am surprised that there wasn't Thrust, Featherstorm, Mario. Like, I kind of thought that like Thrust was gonna get banned over D-Barrier, or like to one, not banned because obviously they just reprinted it, but like, I don't know. I prefer this D-Barrier ban, to be honest. And then once again, the Ouroboros and just hitting the two barrier statues looks. Wait, why is there not water barrier statue? What the fuck? I'm sorry. Oh wait, I can't hear you, Mario. I have to switch my audio. Say that again.
I think the barriers don't do shit right now, so like that's like nice to have that they banned too, but like because they're like toxic for the game, but it doesn't low key matter that they got banned because nobody played them anyways. But the Featherstorm, I would say to that, you can complain over it, but I rather think now of the positive side, they banned emergency ban list with 7 floodgates on it.
Yes.
And if they do it now, they can do it again. Low key meta.
That's the big
If
part, right?
Gets permanent, like,
because that proves to us that they'll be able to they hear us, right? Like
so like if you just come here and complain why didn't they hit this floodgate, I would rather praise Konami that they should do this job again if like shit like this happens. So they will do it again, and people like because like if they get positive feedback, they will try to adjust to it and do it more often. If they get negative feedback, so yeah, they forgot this card, then why should they do it again? So I wouldn't complain that they didn't hit Featherstorm. I would just like say it's nice that they finally banned 7 floodgates that ruined the meta, which they can do again if they want to. And if we encourage them to do that, they will do it again, I think.
yeah,
Because why shouldn't? Because why should they? Why shouldn't they? If we say no, bro, Konami did a good job, they will do it again.
Yeah, exactly. We should be praising them. It's just like you know, we have to kind of be objective on things. Like, I know with internet culture, it's very easy to just hate on things constantly, especially with like Master Duel State. But I think, like, genuinely speaking, the TCG has been making incredible moves the last year between prizing and just like the Genesis format, showing that they can make a better game. Like, they can make, like, Yu-Gi-Oh can be a better game. It showed us what the game could be if obviously like Genesis isn't perfect, but like the fact they were able to put all the floodgates to 100 really just like for the first time in a while, I think, like, rubbed it in the face of most players. Like, why do we have this one format that was literally just made a week ago that's just better ran than the TCG, which has been around for 20 years?
To be fair, it was made for 2 years.
Okay, fair enough. Sanctifier sweating right now, says Golden Onyx. Bro, where's Sanctifier? I mean, that's true too on some level, but like, yeah, I do think that means like they're getting over their half hesitation of banning that card eventually.
I mean, low-key, I tried the new cards and I don't even like to play Sanctifier right now, since I choose to run other cards over it. Because like the lock isn't needed anymore, like it's really not needed, and I don't want to put bad cards in my deck that like just clog in my hand, go second. So like you can argue to side it, but then you have a card you use one time in like in a best of 3 one time, and do you really want an extra deck? Like, I mean, Sancti has other applications, like I played often Lockless Sanctifier to protect me from evenly or shit like that. But the main part of Sanctify is obviously locking. And if you think about it that way, like, do you really want if you only side it, do you really want to play extra deck card for like one game in like a best of 3? Or rather put like a Philia Riches, which can win you 2 or 3 games.
Everyone's on Droplet now too. It's crazy. Like, I don't think Ido's that good right now.
If you lock, I think it's Requiem, because you can't drop it away. Which I also like more because it's a fiend. You can high spirits target it away with Quiritus.
Yeah.
Like you did with the Jubel shit.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the ban list in the chat? But no, Mario, I didn't mean to cut you off if you were still making your point.
No problem. Like, I would say, like, I think if we look at it that way, that this is a good ban list, which is obviously is. Like, yes, there could be like 10 floodgates. There could be 20 floodgates if you want to think about it. But if we like say, yeah, this is crazy, and then in 1 to 2 weeks maybe ask Konami for making this more often,
I'm gonna play so much TCG now, dude. It's not even funny. Like, it was just real, because TCG is like, it's a very tough format. It like to play effectively at high level. So the fact you don't have to worry about like just non-game factor, a lot of these non-game factors that were so prevalent in the last format, I think will make just the game fun to play. Like, at the end of the day,
from the 6 bans, 6 were played in for 6 bans, 4 were played in meta relevant decks that made top 4 in the last, I think, 5 YCSs.
Can we all agree that Protoss coming back was one of the worst unbans of all time? Like, if they would just ban it. If they just banned it a minute later.
They did it for fucking Ryuge, because they can search it. Yeah.
I thought they did it for Ritual Beast or something, just to make it playable for a second, but I don't know.
To be fair,
what's up?
I think I played Ritual Beast, and I think the Protoss board was fake. I think like the trap with Baguska and Link 4 was way better.
Oh, really?
Because you don't need a brick for Baguska, and then you just made the Rise soft dog board kinda. And you don't run a shitty brick or like 2 bricks, because you need to play flag 2. So you play 2 less bricks in your deck and just made like a Baguska, because like if you have a Babuska and a Steeds that pops like monsters, so they can't make SP, and you have the Link 4 on board.
Oh,
this is like basically Protoss. This is like basically.
Yeah, that's like a pseudo lock.
Yeah, it's like a pseudo lock with like no bricks.
Is this real? This is very real. Where's Featherstorm and Shifter? I mean, we'll talk about the things they possibly missed, but yeah, I want to kind of just like, this is a very good ban list and talk about the restrictions. Obviously, this is one of the quickest ban lists we've ever gotten since the last ban list we had was like a month ago. Was like 2 months ago. So the fact that they did that on such a short time schedule needs to be commended, and how good, like Mario said, 4 out of the 8 cards on this, or 7 cards on this list, were all used in top meta decks between the Ouroboros Barrier, Cephalo, Mjolnir, and Protoss was just in every other top deck
And
last
Pachi,
format.
and Pachi Mitsu, pure Mitsu, because they made Granite such Pachi, normal some Pachi with Harakiri combo. Pure Mitsu.
Pure Mitsu. So Yummy Mitsu
like-
still give me a thing? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So like the only prevalent floodgates right now that were like meta relevant is D-Fisher. That one you still will play. We'll see. That's like the one they didn't hit. And I guess Featherstorm, if you count that in Ryzeal. But like I think Featherstorm is not too real if you don't play against Ryzeal. So it's like from like the most toxic floodgates right now in the emergency ban list, they didn't touch 2 of them, which is like they will probably ban at the next ban list, which we should get like in December. To be fair, we should get in December, January ban list. And I think then the 2 last floodgates that were really meta relevant will get hit if we encourage them to do that shit.
Yeah, I agree. I might think that the timetable for another ban list would be about 3 or 4 months now, but like honestly, guys, I think what the I was just on
fair,
yeah.
I wouldn't count this as a big ban list, because they didn't hit like Mitsurugi or shit like that. So I think this is like really an emergency ban list, and so I would still expect in 2 months a ban list, to be honest.
Okay, that's this is like a B patch ban list. However, it might be like a a sign of what's happening in the future. Like maybe we just get more ban lists going forward. Maybe we if we need it.
I just thought about it. What you can do now, I think, is instead of Mjolnir, you can do in some decks, I think, the Christia lock. But Christia is like worse because it isn't lingering, so you can deal with it way better.
And also, you can't summon off a Kankiri. Wasn't that the whole thing?
Yeah. And with Dacta, like Dacta set Mjolnir. I think like some decks can somehow Christia lock one. I think maybe, but it's like the Edo. You can way easier out it.
There's different levels to this, dude. Like especially when like Mjolnir was just like once it hit the board, you lost.
Yeah, it's like you can droplet the Christia if it happened. You can shit like that. So I think like the most floodgates right now are like way less toxic, because like there was Gem Knights. I think it was in Gem Knights in Master Duel. Right now plays Christia or Pachi lock. They can do. And you basically could in some decks right now do the same line with Christia. In the top meta decks, but like Christia is way worse than Mjolnir, like way worse.
Someone said Labyrinth lost its win con with D barrier, and I just want to highlight that comment and say that was very funny. Arrow.
To be fair, I think the best card from Lab is still Daruma, in my opinion.
That's I do agree with that with good players. Let's at least appreciate the attempt. Don't be too greedy too soon. That's why I mean, like, there's people already asking like, why didn't we get more? Why didn't we get more? Guys, we we shouldn't be getting this right now.
It's like I would rather say a thank you, Konami, that you listened finally and gave us a ban list from cards we wanted to get banned. Emergency, by the way, like there's an emergency ban list. And if we say it like that, they will probably be encouraged to do it more often than toxic feedback. Like if I would personally do toxic feedback, get toxic feedback to a shit I do, I wouldn't do it again. Like then I would say yes, fuck you, play with the floodgates. Then I don't get complaints when I don't ban them. Basically. So
Ether,
that's how I see it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm gonna just read a comment or two. I disagree with Thrust needing a ban. This card is needed for going second in decks and floodgates, though. They deserve it. I mean, yeah, they could just ban the D, like they can just ban D-Berry, they can just ban DDG, they can just ban these floodgates you can thrust out. There's only so many of them, so I do kind of agree that, like, banning the thrust would be a little bit lazy, and then we can see how good is thrust. But yeah, no, I think like D-Barrier ban is like the step in the best direction for that.
Which is like pretty interesting. What I thought about is like if there wouldn't be any floodgate you could set with thrust, I think the best target would be Domino Songs if you play a Domino's deck, because if you have a Trapping Grave you can search then Domino's Impulse or Spiral if you activate it.
Yeah, that sounds like cool and fine, I think.
I already thought about that. Like if there's no floodgate left, I would play Domino Songs to. If I play like Malice, I could set with Thrust Domino Songs. I would activate Domino Songs because I have a GVC, for example, in graveyard, and then can search Impulse.
Going to my regional this Sunday, taking Branded again. Let's go, Baby Otter. Best of luck. Either Sanctifier or all the locks. Mario, do you think if they eventually touch Sanctifier with the new support coming out in 2 or 3 months, like, they would ban Sanctifier, they would just ban all the locks? Or do you think it's just like the simple thing to ban all the locks? Because in my opinion, like, it's probably like there's just like too many monsters. Like
the thing is, like, if you ban some of the lock cards, like some decks will really suffer. For example, DDD with the Requiem ban. If you do it like that.
Yep.
And I think Sanctifier is a very cool card, but I don't want that for my branded deck. Other rogue players would suffer because we ban cards from their decks. I don't want that, to be fair.
I agree. That's why they didn't reprint the card in the structure deck. They don't want people just locking with it, honestly. If I had to guess. Sanctifier plus the... Oh, sorry?
Because we can play without Sanctifier. Like, playing without Sanctifier is super fine, except, like, even the lines are worse, I guess, I would say. Like, the rest is, like... If you have in mind that you don't have Sanctifier to reborn some cards, it's like you can play without it. But like some decks, if you take away the DDD Requiem for like Unchained or stuff like that, it's like they lose really much power. And I don't want that like some rogue players which still want to play the DDD deck or stuff like that lose cards just because of a card that we don't 100% need. It's like not Mirror Trade.
Exactly. Yo, what's up, Prophecy Wiz? Worst list of all time at best. What? That's crazy. What? I love you, Wiz, but you gotta let me know what you mean by that. You've been playing TCG too. I know you're not just hating on it too. Wait. Let's appreciate the attempt. Is this for TCG? It's for TCG. Now we switch to other floodgates, then they ban those. I guess, but like I don't think
you switch to other floodgates, but like except D Fisher, the most of them are like worse than the one they banned right now. Because Mjolnir, like you could play other cards than Mjolnir, but like I said, they're not lingering, so you can deal with them a lot better. No.
Crazy rage bait. No, I mean Wiz like regional, like he just topped a regional last weekend. Like he's actually playing it. But like I disagree. He didn't like the last list either, which he actually ended up calling it because everyone was very happy about the last ban list, and then he was like, we're just going back into Nats format with Protos locks or whatever. And like he didn't specifically say we're going to get Protos lock, but like he was just saying that they didn't deal with the older issues. I feel like they dealt with the older issues with this forbidden list though. So that's the yeah, like yeah.
Like they like, we knew if we banned Ice Smasher that people will play Mjolnir, which they like now addressed. We knew like Pachi is a problem because pure Mitsurugi can search it, which now got addressed. When Malice is banned, like D-Barrier goes crazy if you don't face any Malice, because every deck loses to D-Barrier, so it's like a wonderful ban list, to be fair. Like, sure, you could, like I said before, you could put 20 floodgates on it, and I think people still would complain because there's so many floodgates in the game. But like, if you think about it and say this is a good thing, and they should, like, if we say this is a good thing and they should do it more often, then they will do it probably.
Yeah, literally like tweet at the and I'm not saying to do this, but like, you know, instead of commenting the vomiting horse memes every 2 seconds, be like, hey, thanks Konami for like all the positive changes you guys have been making to the game to make it a better
Yeah,
experience.
like if you say you want more floodgates banned, I would take that and say, Konami, do that please more often.
Yep.
Instead of like because like I don't know, like the Yu-Gi-Oh community, in my opinion, is like very negative to any changes.
Yes.
Like if we don't get a change, people are negative. But if we get the change, then people are also negative because then they said, yeah, you still have this card. And so like either way, what happens, people complain, which is like
we saw time rules.
we should go away from it.
We saw when they fixed time rules, everyone acted like it was the end of the world.
Yeah, it's like let them cook sometimes, because Konami gets better. Like if we think about Konami from 4 years ago or 3 years ago and Konami now, it gets better. They with pricing, with everything, with like ban lists. Like look at this, like it gets better.
We have an anime alongside the lore of the game that we're getting support out of. Like people wanted an like they are making changes all across the board, from pricing to time rules to just making the game a healthier place, giving an alternate format that isn't just based off a Pojo forum post from 2010 like Edison was, and like giving like a place for like casual duelists to play in Genesis. So like they've been doing a lot of positive changes, actually hitting all the ban. Like I literally was like the other week or two, if they hit all the like Konami's gonna have to hit all the floodgates. They're starting to do that. They are very aware of that. Like we have to also give them credit. Like I'm not sure how big the Konami R&D team is. I'm sure it's not that big over in the TCG. I mean, I'm sure that, you know, there's Europe and everything like that that coordinate, but you know, they are in tune with their community, right? Like they watch the videos, like they still have a finger on the pulse of things, I think. So
I just want to point out, somebody said Mermaid still has water barrier, but Mermaid gets nearly waxed from every deck right now.
yeah,
low key, like low key.
Why have you not seen Mermal at all the last like 3 months?
Yeah, the deck gets like Omega waxed.
Yep. They didn't ban the cards that search or set the floodgate lock. They banned the lock itself. If they ban anything with it, will be Ido. Sanctifier is not going to be banned. We will see how that happens, or what happens there. I think Konami thought it would be a good idea to release that rank 5 that summons on opponent's field. Why would this be used fairly? LOL, custom card. What? Wait, what? There's a rank 5 that. Oh, you're talking about
the
rank.
The rank 5 that's Summon, yeah. I mean, they did the same with Sanctifier, so like.
That's the thing, but it is like we can probably all agree after like a few years, like summoning up, being able to summon a monster to your opponent's side of the field is quite a broken mechanic.
Lapito.
Sank doesn't need to be banned. They should have printed the dumb cards. They shouldn't have printed dumb cards like Ido and Christia. I mean, it's just the thing is though, there's like a Medius card I'm pretty sure that would like be counted as a lock if they banned everything else.
You could also argue they shouldn't have printed Maxi, but like when they printed Maxi in 2012, the card was fine, and you in some decks didn't even play it. For example, back then when the card released.
Yeah, the card didn't pick up steam until Necros format, after Necros with Pepe. Which was like 2016, honestly. Like there were pocket formats like Dragon Rulers, but like the most popular format in 2014, it was like actually bad to like main Maxi for the most part and stuff like that.
So like that's why I wouldn't say why did they print these cards, because like when they printed it at that time, they were awful, to be honest. Like Maxi wasn't awful, but like most decks run only 1 to 2 Maxi, and most in the side deck. For what's the called? The deck called from the anime that where you don't need to have Infinity, like something like that, where you have like 0 hand cards and then you can special summon a lot of cards with the launcher and shit like that.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, like this deck, for example, this was like the only combo deck back then. and that's why you sided Maxi, but for the rest you didn't play Maxi Loki. And so like this is like the best. Like I always use this card for example, because like 2012 the card was fine when they printed it. It's just like later 2019, 2018 shit like that. They got like toxic when decks comboed more. They started to do that.
Yeah, this was an emergency ban list, basically, J5W, because we got one a month ago. The thing about Konami is they don't listen, then we don't play. The respect we have to give them should be the same respect we as players have been given. I don't think they respect us much. I mean, I don't know if that's true when they've been doing so much in the last month,
To be fair,
or year.
I think they respect us a lot. They increased the pricing. They gave us an extra format. Like literally for like I wouldn't say more casual players, but for people who got like tired from modern, they literally gave us a new format for the people who got tired and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, exactly. Josh Schmidt makes a video about it, and they give us emergency ban list. He got too much power. I mean, it probably helped, but like it's not like they made it because he made a video. I think it's just like, Josh Schmidt's reserved. He's not ever like and I can respect Josh Schmidt for this, because I think if you are a big face in the community, you probably have a responsibility not to just be like constantly shitting on the same thing that you're like basically making your living out of like 24/7. So like Josh Schmidt usually like keeps his criticisms pretty like standard and reserved, and it just felt like an outlier this last format that just really was dragging on so many people. And the fact we got Genesis in our face to show us that we can do so much better, I think like once again it's just a lot of these factors compounding on each other.
Yeah, I think like Loki, this like I would give this like still the floodgates that wouldn't got hit, but this is a 9 out of 10 ban list. For emergency ban list, this is a 9 out of 10. We had complaints about exactly these cards, like 5 out of these cards we had complaints about, and they hit it like 5 cards we didn't want to see anymore.
Emergency. Only missed Herald. So, like, would you say Herald would be like like what would have made it a 10 out of 10? I guess just like Herald or something, or like Habakiri.
I mean more floodgates. Always more floodgates. Always more floodgates.
Yeah, I agree. Like I don't even think they like without the floodgates, like Mitsu, Yummy, I think they can exist in this format, frankly. Like as it is. We still have.
And to be fair, there's never a ban list that's 10 out of 10, because there's always something in a card game with 10,000 over 10,000 cards that will be missed. To be fair, because then every ban list would have like 20 cards on it.
Yeah, 100%.
And for emergency ban, and this is like an emergency ban list, like I don't expect the emergency ban list to have 20 cards on it. I don't.
The new K9 Kali Yu-Gi-Oh lock is better than Mjolnir, but loses to Super Poly.
Sorry, but this is funny.
My man's got the goo. Honestly, at least I play Brandon.
Well, the first thing I hear, Kali Yu-Gi-Oh lock. Okay, this is way too funny. This is way too funny.
Direct Days 2, I was predicting a limited Habakiri alongside this ban list. I mean, to be fair, this is an emergency one. I think Habakiri limit will come like next list. I don't think they're gonna ever ban that, but like yeah, Habakiri.
They will. I think they will limit. They will limit prayers or like probably prayers to 2 bursts of protocol, because
is prayers not at 1 now. Like, what did they even hit last time on Mitsu? I forget.
Nothing. Ferrims. That's it. Ferrims.
Oh,
that's it.
Yeah. That's true.
Basically killed only the bridge, and that's it.
This is real, right? Yeah, this is real. A 10 out of 10 ban list, in my opinion. That's fair. For Konami W. Imagine getting mad at Big using his influence to make the game better. That's what, like, I'm saying, like, if Josh Schmidt just made a video every single format being like, this shit sucks, fix your game, Konami, I think that would have less cash with Konami, right? The fact that Josh Schmidt hasn't been doing that every format, and he finally comes out this format and is like, I don't want to play your game anymore, do something about it, and they actually do, is like is a correct use of like your platform, in my opinion. But
And the thing is, Joshua Schmidt like makes it very constructive. So like I see it the same. If Konami does finally something, you should say nice, do it more often, even if it's not perfect. Because if you encourage them to do it more often, they will do it more often. That's like how Joshua Schmidt, in my opinion, sees it, and I see it personally the same. Like, if you say this is cool, they will do it more often, I think.
I think the TCGs are being limited by Japan because Japan got way different philosophy regarding the health of the game balance. Yeah, I think so.
That's kinda true what I'm heard from. It's like basically everybody has like an opinion on the game, like OCG, NA, Europe. Basically everybody has opinion. And then it's like so many people have an opinion, so you want to move something forward, but you get slower of moving forward because so many people have an opinion. It's like you have a discussion with 20 people in the Discord VC, for example, about cards. It's like also you move way slower because like you talk with 20 people about the cards and not with like your friend alone. Then you move like way faster.
I think Japanese side of the
Banding shit.
company was holding back the TCG side. I don't know what changed, but it needs to keep happening. I never thought we would get this. I mean, I literally said a few days ago, like right now, like in my head, Billy Break is like was doing high string like firewall ban levels of negotiation with the OCG to have more reign over the TCG ban list or to get these floodgates banned, and it happened. Like I'm not sure that's exactly what happened, but like I do think like from what all the anecdotes we have heard, the TCG has to go through OCG to approve the ban list, and this is why we don't get faster ban lists, and this is why a lot of the change is just so slow. And I think it's taken this
it's exactly that. You have like NA and Europe needs to talk to get like a ban list change because they need to make a ban list together, like Europe and NA, because they have the same format. Then they have this ban list, and then they need to talk with Japan about it. So it moves like everything slow because like first of all, NA and Europe needs to agree on something. Then this needs to agree with Japan on something. So everything is slower because so many people have their opinion on it.
Yep.
And yeah. So I wouldn't say like Japan is holding them back. It's like more like how it is. So many people can give an opinion on what they think on the ban list, I think. And you move through so many steps that it just like takes a while. It's like the same thing. Like if I make now a ban list with you, we would finish faster than we would make it like with the whole chat of 200 people.
Yeah, it's the same situation in that sense. So I'm wondering if they're gonna take more agency over the ban list, or because I thought they made Genesis to do that because they were just like fed up with not having the reins over the format essentially, and just having to eat shit from the OCG's power creep that they kept releasing. But yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think also we have, bro, not my Vernisylph Earth Stun deck with pleading face. That's hilarious, scrub. Haters gonna hate. But isn't stun a bit of a problem? They just banned 7 stun cards. I mean, stun hasn't been a real deck.
Stun wasn't the problem, but these cards got played in combo decks, which, like for example, let's take Protoss as example. Like you have the Rysil deck, which is like Rysil Gagaga is like a combo deck, which can make like really strong boards, but on top of the strong boards, you can also make the Floodgate. So it's like basically combo decks which abuse like Floodgates and not stun.
Come on and talk ban list. I'm gonna try to get some more people on the call for ban list as well, guys, so we have some more people to discuss it.
Yeah, I need to go anyways.
Oh really? Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Mario. I mean, I appreciate it.
I can still talk a bit, but like if somebody joins, I can then go. So
No,
And
you're
you're
good.
not
You're good.
alone.
You
But no.
go when you need to, but I appreciate your lots of great commentary. Shout out to
Yeah.
Mario, the goat.
No problem. Bye bye.
Yep. Yeah. So Fox, my goat. Oh, is Fox in the chat? Oh, are you saying to get Fox in here? Yeah, no. I'll see if Lucian is wants to come on. I get what Mario is saying, but all floodgates should be banned. An obvious statement that should be argued by someone who's keeping all floodgates in the game. I mean, they're gonna get there though. There's so many like other ban or floodgates that they need to actually get to at this point. This is just one of the most insane things that has happened for you. Like, guys, we just had all the new branded support get released, and I'm a branded player. I know not everyone is like a branded player probably in the chat. Most people probably are, being my channel, but I know there are some people who still watch like my channel for like other things. And so those were already insane 2 days. Like, I've been like 12 hours basically each day just doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and now the ban list drops today. So it's just like one of the most insane 3 days of Yu-Gi-Oh, honestly, that I've ever had. Yeah, goodbye, I quit the game. The combo wanted to... What are we talking about? Why are people saying that they're quitting the game? Like, yes, there are combo decks still, but all the issue with all the combo decks was that they were ending on a floodgate. Now you can just board break these combo decks. Take a Dark Ruler to any of them and see what happens, right? Like, I would really advise for the people who are looking at this ban list and they're, you know, have a negative sentiment on it to actually give it a chance. And also, if we have any VIPs in the chat that want to join the call, they can. We have Baby Otter and Risen of Cartesia here. What's up? How's it going, guys?
Hey, yo, guys.
What's up?
What do you guys think of the ban list? Baby Otter, I haven't heard from you in a minute. So, like, have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh much, or are you do you like this list? Like as someone who just saw it.
I love this list. I haven't been playing Yu-Gi-Oh much, which is why I haven't been like joining the streams or anything. Mostly been busy with work also. But man, I hated the list so much because I was playing Vanquish Soul. They hit the list. I'm like, well, this is just gonna make decks that actually want to just lock your opponent out of playing the game just 10 times better, because Vanquish Soul can no longer compete with those decks. And it's precisely what happened. You either get Mjolnir locked, or you have to fight through Mitsu and Yummy Engine plus Herald on the side. So it's like it's insane. Nah, the format is healing.
The format is healing. I completely agree. What about you, Risen of Cartesia? What do you think of the ban list?
I'm so excited. Honestly, guys, I was like on the brink of quitting. Like, I think I announced that on the VIP section that I'm gonna quit for Genesis. So the fact that we got this godsend emergency ban list makes me excited and wanna play. Like, my previous OTS championship experience was the worst ever I had. Like, game 2, it was a spell canceller paired with Thor's hammer. Yeah, very exciting.
Very fun
So,
gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. And GG's extends handed sake. Come on, man. No skill. It was just you flipping the Uno turn skip to me.
Yep.
If that makes any sense.
Was Evil Swarm a hand rip in Ryzeal? Yeah, they banned Ouroboros because that was a consistent 2 to 3 card hand rip in basically any Ryzeal variant. Like Baby Otter, I'm pretty sure you played a variant that did that at one point, or at least tested with one, since you were really the Ryzeal king.
I played a variant that ripped your entire hand. If you hand trapped me, it took less effort, and if you didn't hand trap me, your hand was gone.
It took less effort. You already get rid of one of the cards for me. Harold
thank you. Oh my god, I don't have to do anything.
And
it's so easy peasy, and I can leave the quick play for your turn.
I will say, people are bringing this up in the Discord or in the chat. Protoss was legal for exactly 2 formats. Can we do like a 21 gun salute about, you know, Konami doing one of the funniest 180s of all time with unbanning?
That was a cash grab. Nobody can tell me otherwise. That was a crash grab.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're gonna reprint Protoss in 75 different rarities, and here you go. Go back.
What's it at in Genesis? Like 100 points. It's like unrunnable there, probably.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm so happy.
Oh yeah, Solomon.
Because now I
need to-
get to play Ritual Beast.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Because it's like, oh, Mitsu, I don't care. I'll just summon my Link 4. Good luck playing Mitsu, buddy.
Next YCS finals, Branded will win via a lock. Well, we were talking about this before. I think Sanctifier has a pretty, I think it has an expiration day at this point. I mean, if it hasn't already, but if they're
I
actually,
agree.
if they're making a conscious effort to ban floodgates like this, like Barrier Statue, Dyna, like Dyna is basically the same thing as Sanctifier. They're both searchable locks on some level. So like Sanctifier could have very well been on this list. I think they just didn't because the support just came out. But yeah.
I mean, honestly, once the support comes out, is it in February or in January?
It's February for the new support for the second wave of new support and burst.
Yeah. Like once that comes out, I don't think Sanctifier is necessary at all. Honestly, the deck just does so much with so little.
We don't even need it. We don't even need it anymore. I'm surprised that I'm saying this since I'm defending our boy. But yeah, we got Sigma the Devouring Dragon. So what more do you want? We got the Godsend spell. Well, you're gonna have my Sanctifier Commoni. I don't care. I'll take the trade.
I was playtesting on DB right now. Before the ban list hit, like the ban list hit while I was playtesting, I'm like, oh my god, because I do have to play the regional regardless of whether I like the format or not. But I was playtesting Branded, and with the new Devouring Dragon, I just did full combo Devouring Dragon, the Retribution back, Kit Search, the Quick Play, and then Albion set the trap. So now I have Quick Play plus trap plus Cartesia on board. It's like insane. It's just insane.
Why not Water Barrier Statue? Because Mermal hasn't been doing anything the last few formats, so I think that's really just an effect of, like, it has a really bad matchup into the current meta, like, the Drolls everywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously...
not only Droll, like, also, like, the Yummy stuff, like, it books the monsters, the activating Graveyard, so it triggers the canines. So it's like, it's just a horrible matchup all around, no matter what.
I am surprised they didn't just do all the statues at once, but obviously they have to. It's like an approval process, so they got what they could, and I think what they got was pretty good. Anyways, I'm out. Told you guys the new Lockside Super Poly or MST for new K9 Crow for Branded DDD Lock. Enjoy. Fair enough. Ruxin just posted his banlist reaction. We have all been waiting for this. Yeah, he always has very funny ones. I'd rather piss on my grave. What do you mean? What's up, Blue? Cuz, at least, as the last remaining Sword Soul player, I'm sad my Floodgate got banned since it was the only way I won games anymore. But you're about to get a new level 8 Synchro that's going to be broken. You also get the new Albaz main deck monster, which is basically a Sword Soul card. Like, that's a one-card Sword Soul starter. So, I think it'll be fine, Blue Cuz. Like, just wait. Like, Sword Soul will be good again. And you won't have to rely on Protoss, which Protoss was never, like, a full, like, you just kind of had to hope you were going against Yummy in that situation.
Yeah. Because every other deck just, okay, well, you locked me out of this set. I'm going to do this way.
You don't need Protoss. You have already King Zing, Long Yuan. You got a lot of great plays, so I don't think Protoss was necessary.
Yeah, I think Protoss was just like an additional layer to help you so you don't have to, like, so the thing with Floodgates is they help players that don't understand completely the interaction points of the game. So if like, so I understand why some players are like sad to see D Barrier and Protoss and the Barrier Statues and Patchy go, because it obviously helped them fill in the gaps of their game. So now what Konami's trying to do is like, hey, now you actually have to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, there's still floodgates left, like Spell Cancer and stuff like that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess that's still summonable off the Konkiri, huh? But
yeah, but it just like transitions us to play a little bit more hand traps and Branded if we're talking about Branded only. And I don't think it's too bad with the new support.
Yeah,
I feel like it's doable.
What's funny though is the new Albaz is a one-card Ido lock though. That is, I guess, the issue. So, I miss the free Omni, my mistress Barone. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the level 8 would be an Omni, frankly. I think they, like, Barons kind of do for their own in-engine Baron, basically, or Sword Soul is. They dropped an emergency ban list? Yeah, they did. As someone who started with Sword Soul, I'd happily trade Protoss for Sword Soul support. Exactly. That's exactly what you're doing. Sanctifier not going to get hit. They hit all the locks. Maybe Delhi, honestly. But there's the issue. Delhi also has a go in my goat. Is that you can literally lock with anything with Sanctifier. Like, there are infinite amount of cards in the game that say basically you can't special summon other monsters besides, like, this archetype.
Mhm.
So, like, you can just, like, use a Medius monster that says that or something and just, like, give that to your opponent, right? Like, are we just going to ban all these archetypal pieces? That's why I feel like it is inevitable for Sanctifier to get banned, because it just, like, doesn't make sense to just do... I mean, I guess they could do the... They can just do Ido, and then it's like, okay, the other locks are whatever, but, like, are they really whatever? I don't know. You know, it's still annoying to see.
I think they should just hit Sanctifier at that point. Like, don't hit the locks, just hit the Sanctifier, because, like, the locks is, like, are only playable in their respective decks. And just Sanctifier just makes it impossible for anybody else to play around those locks. It's like, because if we started playing DD Vice King, it's like the only way to get rid of the Vice King is by tributing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't send them a droplet.
And that card actually is we were talking about that with Mario. It would actually hurt DDD pretty hard if it got banned. So
I do disagree with Mario on that, because, like, DDD doesn't play that card. And it's a side deck card, if anything.
Really? I think I've seen it. I've seen it in a build. I've seen it one or two modern builds. I do agree where, like, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, there's a few builds that run it, but, like, a lot of the builds that I've seen people, like, topping regionals with it just don't run it, because it's just an additional brick that you don't need. Because, like, the new chick, the queen thing, whatever her name is, like, she does the same thing but better. So it's like,
there goes half of my going first Tenpai deck, says Doomed Prometheus. RJ, that's cursed. That's cursed. What? How did you use half these cards in your going first Tenpai deck? There's going first Tenpai. Was it? I guess it's just Floodgate Turbo.
I'm reporting you.
Yeah, that's a self-report right there.
I thought going first 10 was nothing but a legend or a fairy tale. God,
it's a dragon tale, actually.
Yeah.
Sword Soul just needs one card starter, which is the new Albaz, kind of is. If the new Synchro is an Omni, or at least not a non-field negate like Shizhao, that helps. Yeah, exactly. If you literally just get, like, something that's solid as, like, an end-board piece in that Synchro, I think, like, honestly, Sword Soul's pretty much chilling. Especially with the other new 10E support, I think, like, there's gonna be a new build that comes out that's gonna be, like, quite nice. Tier 2-ish, right? So Abyss, I like Sanctifier. I don't use it for locking purposes. It saved me so many doors to play on my opponent's turn, so I can at least have interaction every time I get double Flua lost. I mean, I agree with that, but also you have other Fualos lines that work really well. You can always make Albion no effect tribute with Lubellion. That's one draw. And that's still limited. So
I did that a few times in the testing. It's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna Albion, and then you get 2 draws because I summon Quem at the end of the turn.
Yeah, I only think Sanctifier is a good Fua out if you lock, honestly. So
yeah.
But it is really good for evenly.
I mean,
and hey, balance branded, make it lose to evenly. There you go. Keep our brand or broken shit.
I mean, I guess you can also not lock, because then you could just summon Albaz and the other target if you're playing against Yummy, and then you get to make the big guy and then shuffle back the Yummy into the deck.
Everyone just crying, oh, stun is so bad, have fun with the shitty combo format. I mean, what's wrong with combo decks if they aren't just, like, ending on, like, floodgates, right? And plus Droll is still legal, you know, Droll, Fua, everyone's running these cards at, like, 3 in their decks, or, you know, 3 each in their decks. So combo decks will, like, combo decks are always somewhat annoying when you go second. against a combo deck and don't open up hand traps, but without the locks, it opens up board breaking. Board breakers get way better now with this ban list. Specifically because of the Ouroboros, D-Barrier, and Mjolnir lock, because those cards just made those cards specifically made board breakers terrible. There were so many non-games, and the moment they put cross out to 1, in my opinion, like that's when they should have banned D-Barrier, because there was no D-Barrier outs once cross out went to 1. So yeah, it's just like really good that they took that out, because that was just a design flaw at this point. Just the fact that card did not have any outs. Combo decks are literally the best thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, that's the thing. Like, I won't ever hate on anybody for how they like the tempo they like to play the game, but I don't think like because there's Yummy Mitsu right now that necessarily means it's gonna be a bad format. Herald is a floodgate though, so like personally I think that card should have been banned, but like Yummy probably sucks without Herald, all things considered, honestly. So it's one of those things that it will be a way better situation than it was. Like, obviously, Modern will still have its issues.
Yeah.
But, like, we should be happy about things instead of just jumping to conclusions, because I guarantee a lot of you guys are going to play the format and it's not... you will like it more than what we just had last format. More Tenpai support? Please.
Does anyone remember how long people were crying about the D-Barrier? Like, it was like 5 years? 4 years?
Yeah.
You know?
Probably since it came out, actually. No.
Literally since it came out. It's been broken since it came out.
Forgive an old man for not remembering. I played since the beginning of the game, so my memory is not working correctly.
Fair enough. Warding Point, Enchanted, Simul Archfiends, Bestials, Crow, Cherry Abuses. What do you mean by what's Warning Point again? I don't even remember what that is. Simul Archfiends is another floodgate. Yeah, I guess Simul Archfiends will be the next D-Barrier, huh?
But it's not as bad, because all it does is that if you already control one, you can't summon another one of those. So and there's ways to circumvent that, because you could just tribute with Lubellion and stuff like that. So it's like it's not the worst thing, but it is a pain in the butt. I do concur.
Yeah, I wonder if people will start running Simul Archfiends. That'll be something, or Grizel's Prison for the non-link decks. These Grizel's is basically D-Barrier for that, right?
Yeah, so Grizel's Prison says XYCs and Synchros.
Oh, so we can't... Okay, so it doesn't affect branded. Okay, branded best deck, branded best deck.
Yeah.
I've also made a Dinomorphia Draco Tal deck, and it's fun. That sounds very spicy. I don't want Herald to be banned for the solo reason. I love Dogmatica Ritual. That's also the thing. Like, Herald ban just affects so many other decks that, like, it wasn't broken in. It's just unfortunate they put a floodgate effect on Herald. Like, two of the best effects of all time on the card. I'm glad D-Barrier is going, says Abyss. I agree. Doomed Promethean, watch. They are going to errata D-Barrier and say you cannot control any special summon cards when you activate this card. I don't think that matters. Right? Like, I could be wrong. I don't think that would flood. Maybe that would balance it a little bit more, but, like, okay, then you just D-Barrier, like, someone, and then you just play the game. So, I'm not sure if that's going to really do what you wanted to. Using Theresia set to activate, or set effect, or Sonic... Okay, I can't read that. Tierleman and cash players.
Well, lingering floodgates are way worse than the regular floodgates, so let's not explore the scenario of the barrier getting unbanned or errated anytime soon.
Let's just not play floodgates. Let's just play Yu-Gi-Oh! And see where that takes us.
Very interactive, very fun. Yeah, floodgate.exe.
Yeah, it's like fucking insane.
Absolutely insane. Last 2 days, guys. Yubel will be very happy not having a barrier. Did Yubel ever lose to D-Barrier? I thought Yubel specifically did not, because you have like Links, Xyzes.
You have Links, you have Xyzes and Fusions. I don't think Yubel ever lost to D-Barrier.
Like, I think Yubel
like,
would want
you can't make Phantom. Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I started blasting. It's like insane. Oh, D-Barrier, no!
You can still
What will I
OTK
ever do
too.
with my Lynx and XCs? Oh no.
Um,
What will I ever do with my full fucking Unchained combo followed into Fiendsmith combo? I mean, they can't Fiendsmith combo anymore, but
I disregard anyone
actually
who.
they can, but
Oh yeah. I disregard anyone who equates combo decks to Floodgate. Monkey Flip, D-Barrier, Summon Protoss, Carl Dark is not interactive, but combo decks are.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to personalize it. I think people can have their opinions on the game, but I would say when you're looking at dealing with Floodgates or dealing with an interactive combo deck, because like a combo deck that's interactive, that means they're going to be playing the game while you are trying to play into their board, and that's kind of how Yummy is, but they have Herald. Like Yummy would be super interactive without Herald, but that is what it is. But this just helps other decks come into the meta now, right? Like before it was really just like how can you use Mitsurugi and these other engines to do locks essentially, or just make an unbreakable board, and now it's going to be okay, how can we make, you know, unbreakable boards that can be outed then by a by then a breaker. Although I will say there are some people who are like, don't underestimate people's abilities to find like generic or degenerate floodgates. I agree. Like I do think there's like a not insignificant chance of people just like finding a new floodgate, whether it's Simul Archfiends or not, and just like nothing changed. But I think they hit so much. This was such a good ban list that like it future proofs itself, because even if Simul Archfiend ends up becoming the thing, it's like Baby Otter said, it's not as good. And then on top of that, you still have Fossil Dyna ban, which was just, or Mjolnir, right? Like you're just dealing with a lot less BS now objectively. So and there was no counterplay for D-Barrier. There was none. Like if someone can find counterplay for D-Barrier, type it down below. You know, some people are like, oh, Mjolnir lock, I can just
Cross
set
out.
my cards, right? Yeah, right. Like, they're just,
I don't know.
there wasn't much counterplay, in my opinion.
I don't. There's no counterplay for. So like the thing is, in order to stop the Mjolnir lock, you have to let them play for a bit, so you can, when they go Quincori effect, that's when you have to stop them. But by that point, they've already played so much, so it doesn't matter if you stop the Mjolnir, because they're still end on 2 Omni Negates, summon from deck to synchro, pop 2 maybe with the trap. So it's like, it is an insane board to break through still if you did multiple hand traps, because you wanted to stop the Mjolnir lock. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like the Mjolnir getting banned was 100% necessary. It helps fix the format because it's a lot easier to break a board with 3 Omni Negates if you don't have to, if you have your full hand available to you. If you have to break a full board with 3 cards, like, let me tell you, if it's 3 Omni Negates and all you have are 3 cards, hey, 3 minus 3 is 0. So there's no more cards to play. It's like, there's no shot.
Is Ryzeal Animat dead then? It's just a funny question to ask. But yeah, you tell me, because you're the one who probably tested this more than anyone in this call.
Yeah, as someone who played the deck a lot, I don't think it's dead, because it wasn't like the main goal of the deck. So like Ouroboros was like a real issue with the deck, but the deck can still end on a board that just makes it so you have to draw like I'm sorry, it's you have to draw Droplet or Dark Ruler. There's no way to out the board, and you can't play the game because the board ends Duo Drive with 3 mats or 2 mats, Starleech Photon, Detonator, the Sexal, the one that gains attack based on the ranks of all your XC's monsters. So now you have an XC monster that is bigger than the towers. None of your monsters that are 2k or more can be destroyed by card effect. And all your monsters, all your opponent's monsters have to attack that guy. And your opponent cannot target cards on the field. So there's no way to play.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
that's
say,
all without Ouroboros-ing you.
there's gonna still be like Ryzeal's definitely not dead. Maybe the Onomot variant won't be the most optimal, but you know, we saw like I forgot someone took like literally like a couple people took pure Ryzeal to the last YCS and didn't do terrible. Normal Cartesia with Fimean in hand. Whoever is criticizing combo decks, it just sounds like a huge skill difference. I mean, like honestly, I think people like Genesis format because of less combo decks, but like there's still a bunch of combo decks. So like I can understand why people there are people who just like a more down like no combos essentially in their gameplay, right? Like whether it's like Edison or you know most of Edison or like Goat for instance. So I can't blame anyone for like wanting that, but I will say like in the context of Modern, I think we have to like accept that combo decks are a thing, right? Like combo decks are never not going to be a thing. They've been a thing since like 2015. So I just don't. When you're complaining about like a combo deck like or combo decks being king, it's like that's been literally the case since Pepe, like with few exceptions.
Yeah.
Well, at least Genesis has a point system, so you cannot spam every annoying floodgate or, you know, expensive board breaker. You have to be mindful of your deck building. So I think that's one main selling point that people like and go there. I mean, like that's why I wanted to play RDA in the first place.
I agree. I think Genesis is a format in which it actually challenges the player to have like good deck building knowledge. And like game mechanics, because like it's not just like turn off your brain and play the game like that. You can't do that.
Exactly. Take a. Sorry, will I interrupt you when I continue?
Oh no worries. Like I feel like as the format goes on, people are there's definitely gonna be people because there's people that do this in every format and every TCG. They find a way to build a deck that just turns off their brain and just plays and just wins on accident. Because that's what Tenpai does. Like it's like you win on accident. It's like that's what Tenpai did, and I think Tenpai was terrible for Yu-Gi-Oh. But it was
Summon Sandra, I win.
yeah, but it was good for the format in which it was being played because Snake Eyes was so oppressive. So it's like, but after that, after Snake Eye like got weeded out of the format, Tenpai took a while to get taken out of the format, and that just ruined Yu-Gi-Oh for like the longest time. So I think Genesis is just going to see, because they did it already. It's like they see, oh, Vanquish Soul is way too popular. We hit this in modern format, and now they're just playing it pure. So we're going to hit it in Genesis format. So now you have to decide how you're going to play. Are you going to still play the Shifter? No, you can't. Are you still going to play Droll? You can't, because your cards are not going to cost points.
Yeah, I think that's the issue.
As it goes on.
With Vanquish Soul and VS or Vanquish Soul and Genesis, but that's just like we've talked about a lot on this channel where just like they're doing so much right with the Genesis format and showing how to properly hit decks. So I think this ban list came out, frankly. I don't think it would have happened without just like people seeing Genesis and then being like, oh, this like we can do so much better with this format than the YCS. But yeah, no, like I like Genesis. I've been a fan of it, and I do think it encourages other gameplay, and I would recommend checking out if you maybe aren't a fan of this ban list, and then because that format's looking very promising. But Andre Gonzalez, how's it going, my man? Idol Lock escaped again. It did, but maybe not for so long. Use it while you got it, I guess. Bro, I mean,
most of the decks in the format are using Droplet now.
That's also the thing. No, that's exactly what I said, Baby Otter. Like, I literally went to a locals the other day, and I just saw like droplets in everybody's hand. I'm just like, or just like thrust into dark hole, like for whatever reason. I know that's less common, but
wait,
that was funny.
Who did that?
I saw someone on fucking DB do it the other night. It was so funny. I just came midway to a game. There was like an Ido in the graveyard, and the guy was still playing through it. And I just saw in the guy's graveyard it was thrust and then a dark hole. I'm like, story in like 3 words.
Insane.
Yep. We need more alt formats. I agree, but I also think you have to, like, Yu-Gi-Oh isn't the biggest player base in the world for the actual card game, so I think you still have to like find a few formats to focus on rather than have 10 different formats. However, I think the alt formats overall with a long-term card game like Yu-Gi-Oh keep the game alive. So like the fact we're just getting them now, I think is promising for the future. The fact we've been able to stay as popular as Yu-Gi-Oh has. What's the next hero ban? When was the last time a hero card got banned? Why are you expecting that? Jenna mid? I would try out Genesis Tito. It also, never changed, Tito. It's been a while. Never changed. Hope you're doing well. No Sanctifier ban,
Wait.
surprisingly. Maybe one day.
Maybe. At one point or another.
Konami needs to stop creating cards like Sanctifier and Kankiri. I agree with that. Or at least, like, make them not generic, right? Like, in my opinion, there's no reasons for both of those cards to be generic. I mean, Sanctifier is less generic, but the actual conditions of its effect are completely generic. So it's just like, yeah.
I think Makari is just. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. That card shouldn't exist. What the fuck? It's like just like Sanctifier, and I love Sanctifier. But if Sanctifier just said, and this is the errata I suggested for the card, if Sanctifier just said, target 2 monsters in any graveyard that mention Fallen of Albaz, that are Fallen of Albaz or mention Fallen of Albaz, and summon them, 1 to your field, 1 to your opponent's field, it would fix the card immediately. Because now, you can only summon from your opponent's graveyard if they're also playing branded. And it's balanced because it's what it was meant to do, which is to have an additional fusion play on your opponent's turn if Rimbrum got stopped or if Branded in Red got stopped. Or to protect your Albas from called by, like things of that, like things like that.
100%, 100%. If anything, Ouroboros was a win more card for the deck. I don't necessarily agree with that, but maybe Baby Otter would have a different
It was
opinion on
not
that.
a win more card. A win more card is a card that you do. Oh, I was able to do this part of the combo, so I'm just gonna add this part. That's a win more card. But in the case of Ouroboros, it was a card that Ryzeo Onomat and like other Ryzeo variants went for consistently. And like it was part of their main combo line in order to reach their end board, which was either Protoss with Detonator or Detonator, Rip 2 hands, plug in set, whatever. Or Trap or Plasma. So I don't think it is a win more card. It is a disrespectful thing to say.
Time to play some Lava Golem or Sphere mode in main on 3 to break boards without issue. I mean, I just think like board breaking is going to be absolutely insane for the first month until people figure out replacement floodgates or if that even happens. Kaiju's about to go back in price? Probably not.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate board breakers. I don't think it's correct, but...
You still think it's going to be a hand trap meta?
Yeah, because like the thing is, while Yummy Mitsu eats a lot of hand traps, properly placed hand traps stop them from playing the game. And if you attempt to break their board, like the board breakers that you have to draw have to be so exact because you also have to hit the spells. You have to hit the set cards and the monsters. And like Lava Golems and Kaijus do nothing to Mitsu, clearly. So you shouldn't do that. So it's like, sure, you can break a board or break the current board, but you have to draw Harpies or Lightning Storm so you can work with the back row as well. So it's like, now you're putting yourself on, I have to draw exactly 3 cards to break this full board in order to play the game. And that's just insane to me.
It's I don't know, man. I'm very happy with this list. I know it's not everyone's ideal list, but all things considered, I really think just like the direction of the game over the last year has been going into an extremely positive direction. I just don't see how you could say anything otherwise for the TCG, like from everything that they've been doing. And this is just the start, guys. Like quite literally just the start.
It's an emergency ban list at the end of the day. It's not even like the ban list that was going to come out. This is just like we need to fix the format now. People are stopping playing because it has been happening. Like locals that usually had, like my locals usually had like 20 to 26 people like on a weekday, which is fucking insane because most of us work at night.
Yeah. Yep.
and like it went down to like maybe 8 people show up and we could throw the locals. Like that's insane. Like that's when you know the format is like really bad, because like there is a regional on Sunday, and almost everybody signed up for it, but nobody's coming to play because they're like, I'm done with this fucking format.
So, bro, I just seen Gear 5, Elbaz, Bridge into Magistus into Dracotel as a 1-card combo. That MF is really the LeBron of Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, to be fair, that's often normal summon. Like, the card can literally do anything on normal summon, to be fair, but, like, on special summon, you can't. But, and so, like, if you're taking away your normal summon in a deck like Magistus or Dracotel, like, I think you're hurting the deck more than that engine is helping you.
And you are helping it.
You agree with that?
I agree. I don't think. I don't think it's. I don't think it's optimal to use your normal summon on a card that is not meant for your deck. So it's like it can help with some lines, sure, but like it's just too good and branded. So it's like you can't use the effect that makes it a good card, which is like XYZ, but for branded. But you could use the one that summons from deck, which also does nothing to help you progress your own game plan in Magistus or Dracotel. Because like you're using your normal summon when you could have used it for one of your Dracotel monsters or your Magistus. Or
my locals.
I mean, Magistus isn't really normal, but yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
Oh no worries.
My locals Discord, or my locals had 3 people show up on weekdays, but 20 for weekend. Yeah, that's more people definitely could probably play on the weekend. That checks out. What's up, Uxum? Nice to see you, brother. Hypelex, Konami finally listened to the players. That's how I feel. I mean, like, I don't know if it's finally. I think they've been doing it the last year. Like, I think that's like, why do you think Prizing got better? Like, everyone, that was the meme for in the Yu-Gi-Oh community for such a long time, that Yu-Gi-Oh Prizing was just like a toaster basically. And now, like, you actually get decent stuff, so that's pretty good. All they need now is every Molcharmi to 1 and all the other statues banned. Well, they did the Fire and the Earth because they were both searchable off of Mitsu Raizel, or like the rank 4s, right? So I think that they were the most pressing. It's not like Water Barrier is only playable in Mermail, basically. Solomon Yugioh, you're in the call. I don't know if you're here, if you want to give us your opinion on the ban list or not, if you're still here. But I'll be on the Sanctifier Dragon should just negate the effects of monsters that special summon to your opponent's side of the field. I agree. Or like maybe you can only target cards that mention Fallen of Albaus.
Hi. Hello. So
Yes.
my only issue with this bundle is that they mention a feature is a 3.
Yeah.
So maybe Jamie will use that 3 now.
So
Yeah.
I do understand why the ban list was these specific cards, and it's strictly because they are either searchable through means that you are able to access easily. For example, the barrier statues are easily searchable. The Mjolnir is easily searchable because you could just make Dagda off the rip, activate any card. Patchy is easily searchable with Gallant Granite, or Boros is easily made with 3 level 4s, and Protos is searchable by Flag, which Flag is searchable by Banshee. So it's like we're taking away cards that are easily searchable, which I'm fine with, and I'm fine with certain because at the end of the day, some floodgates are necessary because like there are decks that just abuse the fact that there are no floodgates that stop them from playing, and there are no hand traps that stop them from playing either. So I do agree with some of them staying, especially because the ones that stayed are the ones that mimic the floodgates that were banned are not searchable by thrust or by cards that are not within a specific within a specific
Team?
archetype. So it's like, because my buddies are like, oh, well, I'm searching for 3 non-fusion eras. I'm like, sure, that's fine. Because then, like, that's not searchable. You have to draw it. Then if you draw it, then it's whatever. Like you can't do much about that. But like the issue with D-Bear is like, oh, you either draw it or I hand trap you to stop you from like, you know, and then you just thrust for D-Bear and it's game over. Because I decided I wanted to play a deck that I enjoy, but the deck doesn't really have space for a lot of like, you know, different extra deck monsters or types.
The fact Statue of the Torrent Dodge is crazy. I mean, fair. I mean, I agree, but like, it's also, we got 7 really good bans. I can't even complain, like, honestly, because Mermail isn't really an issue right now. Like, eventually it might be.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those situations where I don't think we could hit everything at once for like a very small emergency ban list. Like, we don't even have a limited section, guys. Like, they literally had to like this was not planned out, and like this was only probably made in the last like 2 weeks, right? Or I guess like the last couple weeks. So
I feel like that's accurate.
Doom Promethean, every time I look at the ban list, I have a mini heart attack thinking that Mjolnir is Poplar. I'm colorblind and they look okay. Yeah, but the branded is not meta. Like, the decks have blue abuse floodgates. That's fair. Solomon. Monday, I think. Yeah, it comes out on Monday. Wise Guys TCG. It's a good list. Yeah, what do you guys think of it in the chat? How's it going, Wise Guys? Nice to see you. You like the list? Yeah, branded's now best deck though. Like, no D-Barrier, like, y'all don't understand. D-Barrier's been like the thing that's like, since I picked up branded, that has held the deck back. So like, that's just like an objective buff to branded, like, no matter what, in my opinion. Like, genuinely, and like on top of all the floodgates and hand rips, I'm just like, branded's looking...
like, oh, I don't get hand ripped, floodgated, or D-Barriered. Oh my god, I get to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's why I'm saying, like, even sorry Cartesia, let me just finish this and I'll let you get in. Like, that's why I'm like, now board breaking is viable in my opinion, because before it just felt like you were tossing a coin if you're going against an FTK deck or not. But like, if there aren't going to be as many FTK decks, like, I think breaking, like, obviously, like we talked about before, hand traps still might be more viable, but like, at least like breakers are actually viable in my opinion.
Yeah, they will definitely be playable due to this ban list. So it's something I like. But I do still feel like, because there's still decks like K9 Crystron that can still like put other floodgates, like Spell Cancer, fucking pussies. Sorry. But yeah, because like I have a buddy of mine that like in the chat once the ban list dropped, searching for Spell Cancer QCR. I'm like, bro, stop. Go take a shower. Disgusting.
Grizel's prison is now a threat, says Wise Guys. That's why I mentioned before how
100%.
However, it won't affect branded, but it will, like, for instance, against Yummy, I think Grizel's prison will be pretty solid, and like obviously against like Ryzeal decks, I guess the Xyz will be okay, but it's just like way less generic. You can't call fusions, and fusions like between like, well, that's the thing. Dracotail, I'm just saying, next list, Dracotail is definitely getting hit because that deck might genuinely become the second best deck, like for sure, if not the best deck now without D-Barrier, honestly, and all these floodgates checking it. I think like Dracotail is so insane when you have no answers to stop them from breaking your board.
100%.
So like, I could definitely see the Ketu hit that happened in the OCG carrying over here. Maybe even a harsher hit, honestly, but we just have to see how it happens. I do think this will be the best time to run Dracotail in forever. Like, man, like I might have to just run Dracotail branded just because the pile, because it will still just, I don't know, I think you will break every board in the game now with that deck, and I still love pure branded Despia, but like, I don't think it's there yet until we get the Fallen of the White and to be on the same level as Dracotail in terms of board breaking.
I love that new Fallen of Abyss.
It's better than branded fusion, baby otter.
Huh?
It's better than branded fusion. Like, did you?
100%. I already have a list. I'm not playing branded fusion in that list.
Well,
it's insane.
Well, that's crazy. You're not even playing it. I would still play. Like, it's still one card combo, but I understand you don't have to play it now, which is the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
It is better than branded.
It's because it's a 40. It's a 40 list.
Yeah. I'm still running it as a because I feel like they'll hand trap the new Fallen of the White kind of thing. So like if you start Fallen of the White and like get hand trapped on that like they will always hand trap you before you get to the synchro, because if you hand trap the synchro it just stays on the board. So like you can then branded fusion after they ash your Fallen of the White. Basically that's been my theory on that, on why maybe you should keep in branded fusion post the support. Also just like going second, I think branded fusion's better than the Fallen of the White, but obviously if you just do like a synchro build or just like other cards that are, it's not necessarily a branded Despia list, I think like you can definitely like not be like you can use that card in so many other decks in my opinion. You don't need the branded fusion. So
yeah, 100%. I agree, but I do run the branded fusion side.
Fair enough.
But I feel like because if you get hand trapped, like the list runs 3 Cartesia, 1 Ecclesia, and 3 Quem. So it's like you have so many live draws because like he's just a special summon. So it's like if you normal Quem, my bad. If you like, if they ash him, you normal Quem, you send whatever branded spell you want. High Spirits usually is what I send in the line. You still get full combo through everything. So it's like,
do you think
Ash, which is why I'm like, oh, Ash is no longer good.
do you think Jokel will get hit next list as X-Tube Gaming? I think Azuna would go to 1 if anything, if they're gonna do K9 hits, or they just ban Ripper. And that's actually what a lot of people were saying before this emergency list dropped, actually, was that Ripper and Azuna were the issues because they let you lock through hand traps essentially. Do you guys think in the chat, and then also now that I have Baby Otter and Risen in the call, do you guys think that now this ban list has dropped, those things need to be addressed, like like K9 needs to be addressed, or do you think K9 will remain to be an issue or not?
So I think K9 is just a supporting engine. But however, very important, I do think that Jogo Sulfador is just completely busted. So we either hit Sulfador to 1 or we hit Jogo to 1. Now, I am more of the objective, because I do like XYZ decks as well. So it's like, I'm more of the objective of Sulfador to 1. Because now you have Inclusion to 1, you have Sulfador to 1. So like the odds of your opponent opening either of those cards alongside Jokel are much more difficult. So it's a lot harder for Crystron to play if they hit the Sulfador to 1. And then K9 is just like a fair engine that can be splashed in any deck. So I'm not opposed to the Ripper, because like most of the locks are lights, so you can't really make the locking mechanisms like as easy with just like K9 engine, because they either lock you to can't make lights with them, or they lock you to K9 cards from the extra deck in Noroi. But
this is really funny. I see the top post on the Vanquish Soul Facebook group is no D barrier in the side. That's bad. Yummy and Draco Tal 8 tier 0. Yeah, I guess like I guess Vanquish Soul actually just does literally get cut in half. Like the moment they see Rahu and they don't have Ash to check it, they just like lose on the spot, I guess now.
Yeah. I mean, I never played D-Barrier and Vanquish, so I don't know. Like the Vanquish players are,
they'll be fine.
Kind of iffy. They'll be fine. The deck's already dead anyways.
Oh, you don't think the deck's good? Like
so I do think the deck still has some legs, but like the issue was the floodgates, like Mjolnir specifically, because it's like I can break through the board with Vanquish Soul. I can break through the board with three negates. But the one thing I couldn't break to was obviously Mjolnir lock. Because if I'm not Mjolnir locked, I can play through, but I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's like, which is what happened to me a few times while playing Vanquish Soul after the ban list, and everybody playing Mjolnir because of Kamal Crux. So it's like, you know what? I don't I don't want to play this deck anymore. I don't I'm sick of getting Mjolnir locked and not being able to play on either turn because he has 3 Omni Negates still because I couldn't I couldn't bait a single one during my turn. So it's not worth to continue playing.
Yeah,
But I do
that's
think that with this new ban list, it might get some legs.
I'm almost surprised. Like that is kind of interesting. They did like put like Raisin back to like 3 or something. They're still fine with like the hits they made because I know a lot of people were like, oh, they overhit VS, and I'm not sure how you feel about that as a VS player, Baby Otter. As a non-VS player, I guess maybe I'm biased in the fact that I was okay with those heavy-handed hits because I felt the deck was just like extraordinarily overtuned with Holly Sue, but like also they should have just put Holly Sue to 1 because Holly Sue was the issue.
So I do agree too much time in the sun. I do agree that the hits were good because obviously the deck was pretty strong. But the hits needed to be a bit more spaced out. Because I feel like they hit the deck too soon. Too hard too soon. Which is like, okay, well now you get these decks like frickety frick frack. You get decks like
Yummy Mitsu.
like Yamimitsu that are like ending on these insane boards that you cannot break because you're down to 1 rosin, so you have to play more conservatively. You're down to these decks like Crystron that are insta-locking you because, oh, sad days, I do have the attributes for Holy Sue, but I drew the rosin.
Oh no.
So like
yeah.
Those things make it like so drawing
Clunky now.
Raisin when it's at 1 feels good unless you're going second. So it's like those things alone made the deck feel like super unplayable into like the format because of the Mjolnir locked and because Mitsurugi is so prevalent. And I just feel like any format in which you have to play Droll is a shitty format.
Agreed.
So it's like if you have to play Droll, then this format sucks ass. I'll see you in the next one.
That's
like,
how this format was, and I actually think it becomes less necessary now. Like Droll will still be great, but like it was a engine requirement for every deck in the game if you to run Droll. I think like branded or a 20 card hand trap deck, you had to run Droll if you wanted to do anything because of all the FTKs. It was the only thing that actually stopped it effectively besides Fua. War is over. Ouroboros is finally gone. That's hilarious. The war is finally over. You can go home, soldiers. Branded best deck. I think you mean Synchron best deck. Hey man, the new Synchron support coming out. The structure decks got delayed though. I feel bad for you. People were like the structure decks got delayed because the Meowls reprint and they were worried it was gonna get scalped. I'm like looking at Meowls and they're $20 a copy. Are we really worried about that? I don't know. I think it's just something else. Pathfinder time alongside
$20 a copy. I need to buy.
I mean, I heard Meowls is better than Perilia right now. Would you agree with that, Baby Otter?
I do agree. Just because Yamimitsu. Yeah. And even Crystron. It's even good into Crystron. It's like on your turn, Yummy like summons like 75 monsters. So it's like while you're still breaking their board, they have to, you know. That's even better as a 6 card now, and really good as an interruption on your opponent's turn. Makes them play awkward.
Stun definitely got punched in the mouth, so Droll loses favor now. I'd agree. I think like Droll will still be in everyone's side deck though, because you have Yamimitsu as potentially the best deck. But if you're looking at the other best decks, like Dracotal doesn't care about Droll, right? So
yeah. Like if you're playing pure Yummy, like pure Yummy doesn't care about Droll either.
Yep.
So it's like, I feel like the format now, pre-ban list required Droll to be a thing, to prevent locks. But with the new ban list, I feel like Droll is still going to be utilized because they haven't hit Mitsu yet, but it's going to be utilized in the side deck more than because there are a lot of people are main decking Droll currently, which I think is incorrect, but neither here nor there. because it just loses to so many other things. Like, oh, droll into Draco Tail, cool. Well, you're gonna shove that droll up your ass. It's like that droll does nothing. Versus like legitimately any other hand draw that you could have placed in the spot of droll. But I feel like it's fine.
Meowl forces the deck to play in a very awkward way. I mean, literally every deck. I don't know if Meowl's hit every deck, but I do think Meowl's hits more decks at the moment than Perulia, because a lot of decks just have really good Perulia lines now.
That is correct. I feel like Perulia has fallen out of favor because of the ban list that hit Vanquish Soul, because Vanquish Soul was the deck that like required to summon the most from the hand. And it's like, well, you hit it, and it's gone down in favor, so not a lot of people want to play it. And now people are just transitioning over to Yummy, which can, if you Perulia them, they can play their entire turn and end on full board with Herald without giving you a single draw. It's like, if you Perulia K9 Crystron, they can give you one single draw and still Mjolnir lock you, which is stupid. Like, it's insane. Like, the current decks in the format are just wrong.
With the new fusion coming in burst that can spin the spells, Ketsu Def going to 1. Oh yeah, they even get a new fusion. That's like, some people were hating on. I think the new fusion's like literally just fine. It's a good breaker for the deck.
Dude, the fusion like is insane. The new fusion for Dracoto is insane.
Agreed. The fact we even get a third fusion that like has a good effect is really good. And, like we just had nothing else to make with Rahu, which was an issue sometimes.
Exactly. It's like it was points in which, like, because not everyone plays 2 Guillemel. I think playing 2 Guillemel is not bad, but I feel like it's just like I'd rather have something else in this slot. Well, that's the something else.
Yep. Sorry for the off-topic question, but is Borreload Furious Dragon mandatory and branded for the extra deck? I don't think it's mandatory, but I think you always
I think it's really good.
Yeah, that's how, basically. I think with branded, you'll realize when you start playing the deck more is that when you make your end boards, you need ways to layer your end board, and one of the best ways to do that is to have like other quick effects on the board than Mirror Jade to go into, so that you can like cycle through your other names as you've gone through. Like, you know, Mirror Jade's soft once per turn. You might only run one Mirror Jade, so in my opinion, when you are in that situation, you need like a Borreload or like just something else to make on top of the Mirror Jade to interrupt your opponent with like your Albaz or your Branded in red, because elsewise you have your Albaz in rotation in the graveyard. You can make which I love making Chaos Star Source off of Albaz in my graveyard. That's probably why I make the most off of Albaz in the graveyard besides Mirror Jade. So having that Boral helps you off of like the Branded in red or something like that. Could very easily be a Stapelia in that place though. I don't think Lad replaces it though, because it's not like Lad is way better off of banishment, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah. I don't think Lad is in a good spot right now.
Oh, you don't think Lad's good right now? I'm actually curious about that.
Yeah.
What's your reasoning for that?
So there's decks like Yummy, because Lad doesn't destroy, so Lad doesn't get rid of the body. So if like they were able to interrupt you and you just end on Lad, and you've already Mirror Jade banish, and there's no way for you to get back to Mirror Jade to have another banish, Lad is now chain blocking all of their effects. So you have to get rid of the Lad, and they are able to just play through the 3 negates and still break your board. And in some cases, depending on their hand, they can also kill you through the Lad, which is insane. So I feel like in that spot, I would just rather have the Furious, because Furious also makes it so I could just let you go into battle, and I don't have to make Star Source now. Because if you set 2, when you go to end phase, I can make Star Source in your end phase and pop your 2 sets. But Borreload makes it so you can't run over my board, because like when you go into battle, I just chain pop Borrel or whatever and pop your field spell. And you're already in battle, so there's...
Whoa, what's up, guys?
How's
it going?
So 6:30 p.m. I was taking a nap. I woke up and I see emergency bell. So okay, what is this?
Everyone
up to
was
this.
like, no one expected this. If you guessed a ban list was dropping today, you either are John Konami's son or like you are the luckiest person in the world because this was out. No one guessed this.
Yes.
What's your
My buddy
impressions
sent it.
though?
I'm like,
expecting.
is this real?
I wasn't expecting anything like this. The only problem is that this Sunday I have a regional, and I still have to face all these floodgates.
Yeah. Same.
with baby.
Same.
Yeah.
Still taking Brandon though. Fuck him.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Well, Brandon Dragon's their best deck probably.
No, I'm not playing Brandon Jackets. I'm playing Branded, pure Branded.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
Well,
Yeah, I'm like,
Angra,
the new quick plays out, the new fusion's out. Let's go.
yeah, the new quick play is insane. It doesn't matter that Herald got banned. Play 3 Fallen in the Virtuous. You fucking out it in your draw phase and also break their board. Like with the fucking Titan Clad. Like, come on, man. Like the Herald never mattered for branded post structure deck, honestly.
100%.
So
It's like,
Andre,
you're gonna negate it? Doesn't matter. Cents for costs.
Done for cost is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What's your opinion on the ban list, Angra? Let me get the opinions of someone who just won their OTS championship with branded Draco Tal. Do you think this is a
let's
good
go.
ban?
Yeah, thank you. What can I say? I'm convinced that people are gonna try and play Arch Nemesis Eschatos, but overall it's a 9 out of 10 ban list.
Is Eschatos the searchable as Protoss?
Yes.
Yeah,
Flag
searches any Nemesis, so I believe that Eschatos can be searched.
That is correct. But Eschatos is more directed. And Eschatos requires you banish 3 different types, not 3 different attributes.
Yeah, exactly. But people, when they see floodgates, they think, "Oh, how can I stop people from playing the game?" And that's actually my intent this Sunday. I have a very, very nasty plan this Sunday. I'm not gonna spoil it right now, but I have an experiment that I'm working on my team to turn 0 El Shaddai Winda.
Hmm?
Wait, Winda.
I have nasty intentions.
You have nasty
I feel it.
intentions. I see that. Oh, what's up, Stigmata in the chat? How's it going? But yeah, no, I mean, I'm assuming you're happy with this list, Angra, like
Yeah.
7
exactly.
floodgates.
Like 10 minutes ago, one of my teammates was complaining about Ouroboros because if it was playing at the local and the opponent main deck cross out, it was okay. I'm gonna fool us, and he chained cross out in the main deck. Then he nibbed and then he Ouroboros for hand loop 2, and he got completely destroyed. And I was complaining like before the ban list even, and now this drops.
It's beautiful, honestly. It's a 9 out of 10 ban list for me, Angra. Obviously they could have added other things, but overall I wasn't expecting this. Like 7 bans that are all floodgates, and 4 of them are extraordinarily relevant right now, right? So
yeah, they need to do more things like these.
I agree.
As long as they don't touch Sanctifier, then that thing is invisible. Konami does not see it. We don't talk about it. As long as we don't talk about Sanctifier, Konami does not notice its existence, and we still can play it.
oh my god, this is actually kind of crazy. With how this changes the game too. Now, I genuinely think branded's really insane now. So like, probably get your branded cards if you want them now. Honestly, in my opinion, yeah, I'm gonna order some cards. That may or may not be Starlights. But yeah, no, like what do you guys think are gonna be the top 5 decks? Would be probably a good discussion to have for the rest of the video.
Honestly, I don't think the meta is going to change that much. I think the decks are still going to be like Mitsu, Yami, obviously Dragotail. Brand is gonna have a very huge jump because of obviously the new structure deck. But overall, I don't see that many changes as far as meta goes.
I genuinely think branded comes back into the meta now without D barrier, but like I think the branded Dracotel variant, even with the structure deck, is still like better usually than the pure branded deck, whether it's the hand trap or the pile version. But I might be wrong. Like this D barrier hit, like we literally just have to like see how it goes. It's been literally, it's just since I picked up branded, like we've had to deal with D barrier and like random locks. Like we've never had a format where we don't just get like locked or D barriered. And like obviously there might be other locks still going around, but in the main decks I don't think there will be. So like I don't know. Do you guys see like Crystron lock? I mean, you said like I guess Eschatos would be. I mean, no one's doing Eschatos right now, which is the nice part about that situation. But like for Yummy and for Canine Crystron, is there anything else they can be doing that's lock, or do you think they'll be off any sort of locks?
So for Canine Crystron, they can summon out Spell Cancer, and I think that's about it. Yummy, it's harder because all their dudes are beasts. They could, in theory, search out Eschatos, but they need 3 different types. So it's like they would only have 2, which is like beast and reptiles, unless they forego their Samsara to make another herald, and then they just try to Eschatos you. But then again, Eschatos can only lock you from summoning whatever it names, so they have to have the typing on board. Unfortunately,
I don't agree. I don't agree. As far as Yami goes, they can simply take the easy way out and they simply can thrust into Harpy's Featherstone and they go Little Skink one.
I mean, to be fair,
yeah.
they have to open thrust, but I guess that was the situation before.
Yeah, but like the Ripple Bird, which is whatever. But if you Featherstorm me, that's whatever. It's like can't hit everything at the same time, unfortunately. But it's a step in the right direction. I really like the BANLIST, and I think if people start pivoting into Ripple Bird to Featherstorm you, like again, like Yummy can play through, like can interrupt you in meaningful ways without these floodgate effects. But if people start, pivoting towards, I'm gonna use floodgate effects because I just don't know how to interact with it, well, it's going to happen. There's no way for us to stop it. Unfortunately. I mean, there is one way you could threaten your opponent with physical
in
violence.
Minecraft.
Yeah. I don't think Konami's gonna like it, but it is one way to stop them from floodgating you.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be real, guys. If you want Starlight Fallen the Virtuouses, you might want to get them now. I don't mean to just like cause a buyout or anything, but
how much are they at?
They're at 70 now. That card's gonna be a 3 of in the 4 if you're playing branded, in my opinion, because of other things. So that's, I mean, it's up to you guys. It might just go down. Everything might be 50s. Like these might be like common to pull. I haven't seen a video on it yet to know. I'm picking up my copies just to make sure I have them basically before because like I know how expensive branded Starlights can get. So like I'd rather just like, okay, if they go down to 50, I'll take the hit, whatever. Like I don't think they go down below them. Speaking of branded, we have one of the branded goats now in the call. How is it going, Galzo himself? How's it going, dude?
I'll get them.
Yo, happy BANLIST day, chat.
Yeah, what's your branded best duck?
What do we even say to this? I mean, it's been 5 years, and
the kitchen is waiting.
Dude, I'm literally in the kitchen right now cooking dinner, actual dinner. But that just means I'm cooking 24/7. If I'm not cooking dinner, I'm cooking somewhere else. This BANLIST is a knockout.
Yeah, like
nothing else to say. Like, do people understand how historic this BANLIST is? Like, how many actual, like, quote-unquote emergency BANLIST have there been in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh? You can count them probably on one hand. Just incredible.
Yeah.
Big props to Konami. They don't miss this year at all. Like, incredible.
Yeah, like from everyone's suggestions when people like you were always like tweeting about like full arts and stuff like this, like with the whole community also just kind of ever since Genesis came out, just having it slapped in our face that hey, we can do better with the game, and Konami's just being so receptive to feedback lately, which has been, in my opinion, really appreciated. Like, obviously, this isn't a perfect ban list. I saw your tweet, Galzo, and I agree. I think everyone has agreed with this. Most people have brought this up. It's like, where is Herald, essentially? And it's like, yeah, that would have been nice for Herald to be banned. I think that would have made it a 10 out of 10 ban list. But, like, I think like we almost like beggars can't be choosers situation, and like at least we got like the Mjolnir, like four out of these 7 floodgates were just like very extraordinarily relevant or meta relevant. So I think it changes the game for way better. Like, was there any like thing you thought that was like necessarily missing, or do you think like do you have any thoughts on how this changes the meta, Galzo?
I don't think it necessarily changes the meta in terms of what the best decks are. I think that you can't hit 100% with a ban list like this. Like, this is not a balancing ban list. This is just like an emergency balance, because if you think about it, I mean, I was thinking today, I was almost writing a script for a video saying that until like further notice, I'm probably sticking to Genesis and playing branded. I don't care about formats, regionals, whatever. I don't care. I think a lot of people felt that way because you have this vacuum until like we're not going to get an actual ban list until like January. So Konami came to a realization that, okay, in order to support the rest of the year, we have to do something that is extreme, and this is what they've done. You know, cards like Featherstorm and D-Fissure, and people are going to find the next best floodgate. And it's going to happen. Like, prepare yourselves. It's not going to be perfect. And in terms of the deck, Yami and Mitsurugi are still the best decks, even though branded definitely got a boost. And the more we continue on towards 2026, like, it's going to get even better. But just the fact that it's not like necessarily which cards exactly they hit, even though they hit it out of the park with like really good cards. Sure, Herald will have its day. Don't you worry about it. You can quote me in the future. It will have its day in some shape or form. But we can't, like you said, like we can't really ask for more out of this, right? I mean, there's still going to be floodgates. Maybe they're not going to be as consistent as getting to a Protoss or Ouroboros or Mjolnir, or of course D-Barrier, right? So overall, they couldn't have hit it with a 10 out of 10, but even a 7, 8 out of 10 in the form of an emergency ban list is above and beyond what we usually get. So people have to appreciate that.
Yeah, like this ban list was definitely like when they released the ban list a month ago, I don't think they were planning on releasing this. Like, we're kind of lucky on some level. Like you said, it's very rare when we get these types of just emergency ban list. But I'm just looking forward to seeing how it opens up the meta. It's been like a while where we haven't had to face kind of just like, you know, these D-Barrier or like hand rip situations, but you know, it's just like you said, there are other options out there that, you know, you should be prepared for. We talked about Grizel's prison, and then also the whatever the trap is, that's basically D-Barrier that we were talking about before. It's D-Barrier light. So like, but I or whatever, D-Fissure, but these options I think are somewhat worse than the options that we were just going into. Like, for instance, like Kankiri now, like Kankiri can summon whatever the spell negate is, essentially spell canceller.
Spell canceller, yeah.
But that's like worse than Kankiri is, right? Because you can out that with I mean, I guess you can't out that with the board breaker, but I guess you can out with a monster. But
Which card is it?
Spell canceller.
Spell canceller.
The spell canceller. Okay. Well, yeah, that sucks.
Like, if you know they're on it, you just switch out the droppers for imperms.
Oh, there you go. I mean, either way, I think it makes the situation way better, and I'm excited to cook. Like, it's been a while since I like ever since Crossout went to 1. Like, like Branded, for instance, hasn't had an out to D barrier. Like effectively, you just kind of scoop the moment that happens. So having like many more games, it's just gonna be fun to play TCG again, which I'm happy about. Like I was with you there, Galzo. Like I literally just was about to hang up my modern hat essentially until they actually did things, but. It's been the most insane 3 days of Yu-Gi-Oh I've ever experienced.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I
And
could not believe it. I gotta mention in the Dracotail chat at like it was 7 p.m. here, and it was like, add everyone, the barrier is gone. I'm like, what? What is this guy talking about? And I don't open that chat frequently, so like all the chat messages keep like flooding in. And I'm like, I see like a Twitter link, and the guy says like the barrier is gone. I'm like, what? There's no way they actually did. I think it caught people by. I mean, obviously it caught people by surprise because this is not a planned ban list. Like they didn't plan this. They saw what's going on. They probably saw Josh's video, and they were like, okay, well. And you got to understand, like you're talking about, people are talking about Spellcaster, Grizel Prison, whatever. I think the cards that they hit are, it's basically engine cards, right? You get to Mjolnir with cards from the extra deck. It is searchable. You get to Protoss with Banshee. You get to Patchy with Granite. Like these are all like engine cards. These are floodgates that you don't even have to draw. You get to them consistently 100% of the time just by playing your deck.
yeah,
So the other stuff like D-Fissure, and D-Barrier is an exception because obviously like you can thrust for it, which is part of the reason it got banned. You cannot thrust for a dimensional fissure. People are going to find some stinky way to prevent you from playing. And I got to say it right here. Branded has the strongest FTK of the format by far. Like if you resolve Sanctifier, it is stronger than everything else that is available. Everything. Maybe not Spellcaster, but for some decks don't care about Spellcaster. Like I can Murakuma or whatever. So the fact that Sanctifier wasn't, I mean, obviously with the timing of like doing this on the release day of the Fallen and the Virtuous, is definitely going to raise some eyebrows with D-Barrier. But D-Barrier is not, it's not like people hate this card in general. The only concern I had was like, what do I do now? I go first, even if I go first against Lunalight, D-Barrier would have helped, but I'll take that because it also changes my perspective a bit on the format in a sense where people are like, yeah, but what do you do with Lunalight now? I'm like, I'll deal with Lunalight. I mean, last regional I was in, it was a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. I play against this guy. He's on Ryziel Heraldic 60 cards, probably the scariest deck that you can imagine. Yeah. And he goes through the combo, and I'm just like waiting for something. I'm waiting to see a Banshee. I'm waiting to see something. And then after summoning like 20 monsters and playing for 10 minutes, this guy tribute summons Vanity's Ruler and just passes to me. So you're still going to experience some things. But overall, I think this is such, like, somebody in Konami this year has had the balls to do a lot of things. I think people don't realize how much the OCG actually is responsible for things that are happening in the TCG that we don't know of. The Kazuki Takahashi estate actually holds a lot of power in the decision-making of what's happening in the TCG. And there was this Patrick Hoban tweet going around that like floodgates are a part of Konami's policy. But somebody had the balls to say, well, I mean, look at what the game's going to look like for the next 3 months. Like, we can't have that. Big W. Big W.
Yeah, no, that's actually something we were kind of discussing where it felt like the OCG was almost stymied. Like, I don't know. I always hear these anecdotes where it seems like EU and NA has to go through OCG essentially once they both come together and make a ban list they agree on to get approval. So it's not like the easiest thing for the TCG to get ban lists out. So but I do agree where it's just like there is such a perception, and I think Konami, you know, people don't give them credit on this, I think a lot, but they do have like their finger on the pulse of like they listen to they are, it's not like they aren't reading Twitter, they aren't watching videos, especially with like Genesis format, but Yeah, I think something happened, like kind of a groundswell of between the community with Josh Schmidt and the Hoban tweet and
I
just
mean,
everything else.
if people think that, okay, look at the Genesis community posts, okay? There is like super granular decision making based on the fact that, and this is a format that like maybe 10% of the whole player base, and that's being very generous, actually plays. And there's been like 2 invitationals so far. It's like a super, super small sample size. And if you read the latest community post from like a couple days ago, it is very granular on the decision making of, you know, why they did things and the fact that they see everything. So if this happens for Genesis, you can bet your ass that it happens for TCG in a much larger scale. But like you said, and I also have this from a credible Konami affiliated YouTuber who I will not name, that the OCG does have a big hold over the TCG, but at the end of the day, they want to make money. And if making money means more people coming to tournaments, buying new sets, stuff like that, which is tied to them eliminating some toxic cards, then we'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, like they can't be making, they aren't selling product when people don't want to play their game, essentially. And as fun as Genesis is, I don't think it's captured the whole community yet. So they still have to fix their main golden goose, which is modern. So I mean, this is also something I've said where like people are like, oh, Konami just wants to see their game die kind of thing with a lot of their decisions. And at the end of the day, it's like they're still stakeholders, and it's not like, I don't think they want to see their game die. I think it just like it's the issue of getting the community feedback to the right place, I feel like, on some level, because there's like so many barriers between us and the OCG, that where like the OCG had, you know, the final guy in line who approves this thing, they aren't watching like, you know, Pax YouTube or Josh Schmidt's video, basically, right? Like that's like Billy Break having to come over and kind of it's like the firewall situation where they had to like go over and basically be like, hey, we need to ban this card to fix the format in 2018. And but we have like so many other good things happening. Like I remember, I think like Jeff Jones on Twitter said the OCG was why we don't have good prize support, because this was before we got the updated pricing, because they don't want a perception of the TCG having better support than the OCG. And then like I think a week later TCG got all the new support announcements. So I'm not sure if that's like I just think that they are really listening to people, which is a really good thing. And I'm more excited than I've ever been to play Yu-Gi-Oh in a while, especially with all the new branded support on the horizon. And it's like we were talking about before, like Alzo said, we should probably be getting a new list in January, which I'm sure will clean up a lot of the pain points that are in the meta. But I think, you know, this was what we like I remember saying last week, oh, I guess I'm waiting 3 months for the new ban list because we just waited 4 to 5 months on this ban list. I just hope it means like they are more, I think this was something we also mentioned, this possibly means that they will just do more ban lists once you know, things become out of hand. So, you know, I would, you know, it's a good thing that that they're showing the ability to be receptive to feedback, especially quickly, you know, very quickly on this. Leave my Herald alone, says Tito. And also thanks for the $5, not weird. Sorry I didn't get that. Dimension Barrier aside, that featured in YCS winner Joaquin's deck. Dracotel should only get stronger. Yeah, no, Dracotel, I said at the beginning of the stream, I think Dracotel will be about the second best deck if it wasn't already. I mean, I think without D-Barrier, I think a lot of decks will struggle into a Rahu fusion, but without having like an Ash to check it, maybe like decks like Malice will continue to kind of prosper. But I think Malice was so good also because D-Barrier was just in everyone's deck, even people's main decks, like we talked about with Mario before, how people at YCS Lil like literally were just main decking D-Barrier Thrust on a pretty significant level. So just like things like that, I think it's gonna almost feel like a different game. I don't want to put it that way, maybe not, but this is just, it feels like one of the most fundamentally like in terms of just like the dynamics of a format, like a changing of a ban list that there's been. I mean, obviously Galzo, Baby Otter have both predicted basically the older decks. Or I guess the meta is not changing too much. I haven't been playing too much TCG myself, so I'm not prepared to say a statement. But like that checks out to me with this kind of ban, because it's not like these bans ruin the decks that they were being used in. I think these cards made it so that there were so many more non-games, and you just couldn't run breakers, or like, you would just basically be, in the games where you didn't see hand traps, were just auto loses. And that just shouldn't be the case in a game, or in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just reducing the amount of non-games is a very good thing. People made the joke that modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about making non-games, and I think this last format was very much like the example, like just like the end point of that, and hopefully this is kind of like a turning point where we're gonna take a playbook out of Genesis and really start addressing these floodgates. I thought Sanctifier was going to be on this list when I saw the barrier statues. I was just like, it just makes sense. I think they didn't hit it because of the structure deck and they want people to play branded. However, it's weird that they didn't just reprint it, because they obviously don't want people locking with Sanctifier, obviously, if they didn't reprint it. But it's just an interesting situation that I guess we'll have to keep tabs on, and whenever we have a ban list. But I'm very happy with this. I'm going to take this ban list, do a ton of testing. Me and Galzo's crazy have been having crazy days the last few days between the new branded support and now the ban list. It's front to back with us right now, so I'm looking forward to cooking up some new lists and theory for TCG and just getting back into TCG. I love TCG. I don't want to quit it. I still love Genesis, but it's one of those things that looks so much more approachable now.
Yeah. I got a Genesis tournament tomorrow. I'm excited to resolve Medius the Pure. It's going to be super fun. And it's been a crazy couple of days. And I think that everybody in the community should be happy that you got, I think throughout 2025, like throughout this year, we got consecutive proofs that Konami is actively listening and willing to change. Like, think about it, if players you remember a few years ago, how long it took to ban Mystic Mine, which was like, it became a meme. People were raising up cards in YCS streams, and this is the perception of the game at the end of the day, right? I think YCS, what was the last one? It was Anaheim, the one with Kamal winning. You don't want your game to look like that as a company. Like if at the end of the day, the competitive scene fuels like some of the product purchases and the money that comes into the game. And also at the end of the day, it's a net positive. Like who does this hurt? Like absolutely nobody. The player who, someone will argue that there's players who need these cards to win, which is absolutely fair to say, right? I don't think a beginner needs Protoss, right? The barrier is a little bit different. But I don't think like a beginner player needs like Protoss and Patchy, which are pretty like a little bit more complicated combos to make it into the game. It's healthier for everyone. It's a net positive for the game. And I mean, I'm so thankful that I have until February and then some to look forward to. Like it's insane. Like we have so much good stuff coming into the future. I'm gonna play Heka Hands when the Phantom Revenge set comes out.
Really?
Fusion and Illusion. Yeah, I think like I have a video lined up where it's funny. I had a video recorded about which is going to be up in the next few days, about Burst Protocol and Phantom Revenge, which are the next couple sets in the TCG, being lower power level with the archetypes. And I recorded it before, like they revealed everything. They had the reveal stream, and I said, well, nothing significant is going to come out of Burst Protocol once they reveal everything on stream. It's usually the filler, so I can record it now and just have it edited and ready to go. And then the next releases were like the Exosister cards, Rescue Ace card, and of course the branded cards. So I had to add a portion to the video of like, hey, future Galzo here. I was wrong. No, I mean, the power level is still like manageable, I think. So it's insane that we are at the end of October and branded gets another like couple of insane cards in February. It doesn't even matter. I think maybe Sanctifier goes finally gets banned in January. But it still doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. Like, the deck is
No.
it has so many interruptions, and honestly, I think a lot of people just have always tunnel visioned into that combo line instead of playing it more like optimally and really teasing out your plays. So it's yeah, I would be okay with it going. The only thing I would miss is like having an evenly matched out, but to be honest, if you're not locking, like, you are running the Sanctifier anyway, so it is like what it is. And there's so many new extra deck monsters now, Galzo. Like, it's really like the tightest the extra deck has ever been. It's a meme while running branded, but you know, just between the Stigmata and then we have the new Synchro, which I personally think will be probably standard in a lot of these branded decks. I've been seeing a lot of these OCG lists because I guess the cards just came out today, so there's a lot of people on OCG Twitter testing the new branded cards. I've been seeing a lot of really cool builds that I'm looking forward, and I'm sure me and Galzo are going to be both perusing ourselves with, and make sure to check out Galzo's channel also. Make sure you're subscribed and everything. I really do appreciate you coming through, man. It's been fun having all this new support coming out, and there's also like very much a chance that we get even more support, whether it's in Burst or actually no, the rest of the Burst Protocol cards came out, so there's no more Ecclesia, there's no more new Ecclesia in there, but even going forward, lots to look.
Yeah, there's a new
to.
Synchro to look forward to in V Jump. It's probably going to be a Sword Soul card, which is also good. And at the end of the day, I think for the extra deck part that you mentioned, I think it's great that you need as a player to make concessions, because like, right, the brand of extra deck is tight, but like a lot of other extra decks are pretty tight. Like, even Yummy needs to make decisions. So it's good that you have good cards to make decisions with. At the end of the day, we picked the right channels to to create content for, I guess. I'm always like saying, how fortunate am I that I picked branded specifically? I was like, okay, you have 4 years of content to make, and it's never going to stop. But I'm going to go cook dinner. Thank you for having me. Have a good rest of your stream.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
We'll chat soon, I'm sure.
Yes, we will. We will. Everyone, please go subscribe to Galzo. Leave a like down below. Check out his latest video. He's been releasing a lot of different branded. He just released his branded Academy video. I was watching that last night. It's very good if you want to get up to date on the new branded support too. So once again, very much appreciate our brother Galzo coming on.
All right, Chris.
Peace out, man.
Have a good one, mate. Bye-bye.
So thanks for the $2 also. Again, once again, I think someone just donated. Netweed, the yugioh Doom Gloomers are so cope and funny. The format is going to be more fun after last ban list. The Solemn was down to 1. Now it's really exciting. I agree. Yes, Brandon is always fun. Albaz topping YCS again was a joy to see. Brandon's going to be out here winning YCS coming up with the new support. I'm going to be real. But I agree. I mean, Brandon's been nice because ever since Branded Fusion went to 1, it's still been topping like it tops like 1 YCS every couple months basically, and just like a couple regionals every 2 months basically. But now with the new support, like obviously that frequency will go up. Like, get ready for all the Branded mirror matches. They're gonna be there. We still got Angra.
We can't wait for that.
Oh, what's up, Angra? Still got you in here.
Yeah, I was being quiet out of respect for Galzo that showed up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just take quiet and listen. But I would like to say something about Konami watching our content or not. I believe they do, because there is a video about another content creator that made judge calls. I don't know if you know this in COVID. And on the last video, he made a video about Cicada King. And the wording on that card was so strange that he made a whole entire video about it. And like a couple days later, the Japanese website corrected the fact that the second effect of Cicada King that was written as I believe as a trigger effect, but was worded extremely weirdly. And now they changed the effect on the database like 2 days later after that video was posted. So I believe Konami is actually watching our videos.
Yeah, man.
If that is a fact, I do apologize, Chris. I do not ever threaten my opponents with physical violence at tournaments. Okay, Konami, that was just a joke. Please don't ban me.
What the hell?
Well, that's why I said in Minecraft, right? So
yeah.
Cade672, Branded feels so good with Fallen and the Virtuous. I can't imagine how much better it'll feel without D-Barrier and Breakers. That's what I'm saying. Like, Branded has an insane time into the new meta with Fallen and the Virtuous, because that card, like, fixes all of our issues. Between Draco Talflame, you pop the Branded Fusion when Draco Talflame is negating Branded Fusion. Guess what? Draco Talflame is how you fucking lost, like, a third of the time this format, honestly. And the other third was Mjolnir, and then the other third was D-Barrier. I guess okay, wait, no, those are all fourths, and then the other fourth is just bricking. The format question to everyone: I'm at Walmart and they have Fallen of the Virtuous starter pack. How many should I buy for a good start for Branded deck? This will be my first deck into Yu-Gi-Oh. Buy 3 of them, Andretti.
3.
Yeah, you buy 3.
Three.
Sorry if I was late, Andretti, but you buy 3 if you're still there. Let me know if you end up getting them. But yeah, I have a guide on my channel today. I'd check it out. It's a deck profile with 3 structure decks. I also recommend 5 cards to pick up on top of that to upgrade your deck. So it's a very good resource. Dude, the structure deck's great. I don't know how much you guys have checked it out in the call, but like those structure decks, you can buy 3 of them and have basically a 110% playable deck. You just have to like buy a Garura and like a Talents, and it's like fine.
Yeah. And Talents is super cheap. So
Yeah, I did not check the actual content of the thing, but is it like the Blue Eyes structure deck where there is a Starlight or a quarter card that's in there somehow? Like I don't know.
So it's either a Starlight or a Secret promo.
Yes.
So like it's the alternate art or the new card, the Fallen and the Virtuous. So you can either get a Secret or Starlight Thrust, Secret or Starlight Ecclesia, or Secret or Starlight Fleur de Lis, Secret or Starlight Fallen and the Virtuous. I have a Starlight Fusion deployment because also Fusion deployment can be Secret or
that.
This art looks insane. Let's see if
I need that.
If you want, I don't want to shit on Baby Otter because it's actually one of the best. I think it's the best art in the game. The oh shit, you're showing it. Okay, let me.
Yeah.
Oh sheesh. Looks nice. I love the silver. Oh okay, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
The foiling looks insane on these. On these Starlights, by the way, like they did extra foiling or something. They look really
It feels
nice.
that way.
Yeah.
So I need to get 2 more of these
right now.
I need to get 2 more, so it's gonna be tough. But
well, I was gonna say, guys, I don't know if you need that card post the new support though. Like, it's up to you if you want to do it or not. And there's still a lot of, buy them or not. But just be cautious because there is a possibility we cut Fusion deployment with the new support. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
But there's a
no. I agree. I wouldn't run it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't run it because I like that. The M board is Dispatter, Mary Jade, and
you don't want to get locked.
Sorry, it's just so funny. Yeah, you don't want to get locked into fusions. And it's so funny because Omega is at level 8.
I've seen Branded players in the OCG today run an Omega in their deck. They are already doing it, dude.
So like the board is like I rip 1. It's just 1. I mean it's actually 2 because if I get to Dispatter, but like Dispatter you have to like open like multiple Bystials in order to be able to get into Dispatter and Omega, which is fine. It's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe the fact that I can't believe they actually dropped an amazing alt art for Fusion deployment, and now we're discussing about cutting it. Damn it.
That's what I said, right? I'm like, how do you release the best alt art and then like make Branded a synchro deck? It's like crazy.
Yeah, it's like a synchro fusion deck. It's like it's insane. But yeah, in the list because I did want to get it down to 40. I'll probably run it like 45 after testing. But like at 40, you don't run the deployments because like 1, it locks you into fusions, and 2, a lot of your extra deck plays end up with like a synchro. So like the full combo ends with Dispatter, Omega for 2. So you have like the Dispater negate is live, Merjade, and a way to fuse into the Devouring Dragon on your opponent's turn, plus the Fallen and Virtuous. It's like so many layers.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's great again, guys. I'm looking forward to it. There's gonna be so much new content to be making. I watched that video. Literally haven't done anything at my job for over 2 hours. Branded best decks is that one rule. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Andretti Levi, how many branded starter decks should I buy? You should buy 3 if you are just getting into branded. You don't have any branded cards. If you already play branded, it depends on what you want. I still would recommend 3 because it will give you branded cards for Genesis format, so you can just have a Genesis branded deck on the side that you don't have to switch cards out of. And also it has a bunch of rarity upgrades, whether it's like ultra rare high spirit, so you want 3 of those, or 3 Fallen and the Virtuous. I think Fallen and the Virtuous are the 3 of. So if you're a hardcore branded fan, get 3 of them. If you're just getting into branded, get 3 of them. If you already have all your branded cards and you aren't sure on playing Fallen of the Virtuous at 3 yet, just buy 1 of them and then you can buy your other 2. But I think it's just worth it to get 3 first, frankly. Also, like, the values there, like, you can get, if you pull the Thrust Secret, it, like, buys back your structure deck. So,
yeah. It's insane.
I don't know how many I'll buy because I have basically every branded card already. So I only need the quick play spell. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but that is a solid investment. You should absolutely buy 3 structure decks.
So I bought 3 structure decks, pulled 3 Thrust Secrets, and sold the Ultras, and that paid for the structure.
That's so crazy. What? That's so nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Can I jump on the ban list for a second? There's one thing that I don't know if you mentioned already, but can you appreciate the fact that Konami made a super heads-up play in banning the fire statue? Because I believe that if the fire statue wasn't hit, the classic granite play that searched the Paki, you could have searched the fire statue because that's a pyro. So very heads-up play from Konami.
Yeah, that's what
Agreed.
Mario was saying before. Like, they actually future-proofed this list a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't there before, so I didn't know that.
I'm glad you
it
re-brought
was
it up,
discussed.
though. No, I'm glad you re-brought it up, honestly.
I just thought about it right now, so.
What were you saying, though, Baby Otter? I don't know if I interrupted
No, I
you.
100% agree. I feel like the 5 statue hit was correct. It is indeed a pyro, and Banshee can search it, and you can make Banshee without normal summoning. So it's problematic, and I'm glad Konami had the forethought. I'm like, hey, you know what? We're hitting this one. Let's hit this other one too, just in case.
Yep.
Attorney at law. I'm just searching through my bulk right now, trying to find a Furious because.
Yeah, I'm definitely running Furious in my branded deck at the moment. I love that card.
I'm searching in my bulk for a different reason because one of my teammates asked me because he's making the ban list, the ban card collection, the highest rarity. I'm searching my bulk for the quarter century Protoss American that I have. I need to sell that thing.
Yes, you do. I sold mine a long time ago.
Yeah. I was
Hey, man,
there just in case I need to play it, but now that he's banned, okay, buddy, come over here. I have something for you.
Well, found my golden sword soul for when the support comes out.
Yeah, Golden Sword Soul. I love how. What I love about the new branded support is it puts it feels like it completes branded. Like you're playing like you can play Golden Sword Soul. You can play like it feels like you're putting all the aspects of the lore deck into one, and then also
Yes.
Aldaz being the best card. Like always should have been the case. So like I don't know. It just feels like really
Exactly.
cool.
It shouldn't have been a Garnet. It should have been the best card.
I still have my Golden Sword Soul from the last branded structure deck.
I think that's the
Nice.
Or no, is that common in there? Probably, yeah.
It's an
that was
ultra.
an ultra.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because that's the one I have.
Why'd they just do 2
I'm looking
ultras?
at it. Yeah.
Hey man, did you see the Crush Cards video of the Monarch deck that got first at the Rochester Regional? I watched a little bit of it because that's my friend Chandler who won it. So, yeah, all congrats to Chandler. Also love Crush Cards, very nice people. So yeah, no,
Congrats, Chand.
Yeah, Chandler's genuinely one of the nicest, like most positive, nice guys. Like he will encourage you just to be your best person, kind of. So like when he got first there, I think like everyone just like there's an outpour, especially because he literally used domain monarchs. Like he won that 144 person regional with domain monarchs, like, which is not easy.
What?
Yep.
Oh
Eight
my
round-
god,
Really?
he's just the goat. He's just the goat.
Yep.
How the hell did he do that?
He ran
Hey.
Grand Marg in his main deck, guys. That's how based he was.
What?
OG
Wow, this
Grand
man is
Marg.
just this man is
What?
just
What?
light years ahead of everybody.
Okay, my
He's
brain is
pop-
fried. I'm not gonna question it. Just okay.
Here's my Omega. Oh my god, I'm just getting ready for next.
Oh yeah, I need to get a
next
Starlight
format.
Omega. By the way, or whatever. If there's a QCR Omega, you might
QCR,
want to
yeah.
get it for branded. No lie, you might want that card. So I'm gonna probably buy one.
I'll probably do it after Riftbound. Cause also another reason why I haven't been playing a lot of Yugi is because I was playtesting for Riftbound. Because I am going to the Riftbound regionals in Houston.
Oh really? Good for you.
Yeah.
How do you like Riftbound at all? You think it's a good game?
So I am a really big Magic the Gathering fan. I loved playing Magic the Gathering, and the game is super similar to Magic, mainly because like the game designers were game designers for Magic, and one of the Brian Kibler. Brian Kibler. I'm
I
sorry,
know who he is.
not Keebler. He's not a Keebler.
The
though.
Kibbles.
The Kibs. So the ultimate hand shuffler, if you will. So he also helped in the design of the cards, and I just feel like the game is super complete in the interaction points and like the rulings. So the reason why I don't like Bandai games, and this is a tangent, I apologize. It's like because Bandai sucks at making card games. Like they cave to peer pressure and they start like making adjustments or making changes to appease the fan base because the fan base is usually people that don't play card games or TCGs. And like which happened with Dragon Ball. It's like well, we're just gonna make this change because nobody likes that it works the way that it does because because it hurts their feelings, so they started routing a lot of cards for no reason other than the fan base is complaining that the card works as it is intended, so we're going to change it so it works in the way that they want it to work. Okay, that makes no sense whatsoever. So I like that they are preemptively routing some cards, but it's because they're not working as they intended them to work, or they are working as they intended them to work, but the wording makes it so people don't understand the proper intention of the card.
And they kind of fix that issue.
I like, yeah. So they're fixing it pre-release. So people so the cards are working more in favor as to this is what we intended the card to do and this is what people understand the card to do. So like what we intended to do and what people understand the card to do is the same thing. So I like the cohesion there, and I also like the gameplay. It's very similar to Magic. It has some aspects of Yugi. It also has some aspects of Force of Will, which is a game I also enjoyed a lot. So I just really enjoyed the game, and I'm super pumped for it. I even have like a small chunk of change. I'm gonna say it like that, saved for when the game actually releases, so I can ensure that I have the decks that I've been testing and want to play at the regional.
That's cool. You've been able to test it. What are you testing it on? Don't they have like a client or something?
So before it was on TCG Arena, but TCG Arena, the issue is that it doesn't really have a matchmaking system. So like it's like people have to connect to your game, and hopefully you find people like are looking for games on TCG Arena. But now Pixelborn, because Riot said that you can make a client or Tabletop Simulator is another one I use, but Tabletop Simulator you have to post in Discords, and my time zone is not the same as the Discords because the Discords are usually in Europe. So now Pixelborn, because Riot said, oh, you can't do this, this, or this, which is you can't have an automated simulator for the game. So Pixelborn now switched it from automated to manual. So now I'm playing on Pixelborn because Pixelborn does have a matchmaking system, which makes it so much easier to play.
I'll have to check it out then. That's also a game I'm considering picking up. I just running a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTube channel. Like my time for playing another
Yeah, it's very
card game
constricted.
is quite impossible, but that game seems really good. I do just hope. I'm glad that they've been fixing Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I remember like a few months ago when Riftbound got announced and Yu-Gi-Oh seemed like dead in the water. Like I was like, oh, I guess we're all just Riftbound players now, and like I don't think it's a bad game by any means because I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get into it. But yeah, no, like my friend Glenn's gonna play Riftbound too. I know Jeff Jones is gonna get into Riftbound. Like I feel like that'll
yeah.
definitely be the next big TCG for sure.
Agreed. And I feel like Riftbound has some legs to stand on just because of the IP that it's coming from.
Very good IP. Very big and good IP. So
Yeah. And also has pretty good backing. Like it's a 25K in pricing, like because it's like 6K to first place, 3K to second, and then 1K from third to fourth, and then from fifth to eighth, I believe you get 500, and then all the way up to top 32, I think you get 250 is the least that you get, which is really good pricing support, in my opinion, honestly. As well as like the first place gets a promo card, and the promo card, the last one that sold for $9,000. So honestly, it's like it's a good game. It's good to get into it because it's just starting off. And yeah, I was actually going to just, if the format kept going in the way that it was going for Yugi, I was going to just straight up quit Yugi and dedicate myself to Riftbound. But luckily, this BANLIST came out, so now I don't have to do that. Now I can play both TCGs.
I understand. I understand your thought process. I am. I was also considering taking a break from Yu-Gi-Oh because the amount of floodgates was just insane, and I was actually making plays for Pokemon. Next week I'm going to Poland for a regional, and
Ooh.
it's gonna be my debut in Pokemon. So and basically I was like, okay, I need to stop getting away from floodgates because in Pokemon there is no Ash Blossom, there is no Dominus Impulse to stop me. There are cards that can say, okay, I'm gonna discard my hand and draw 7, which in Yu-Gi-Oh would be absurd. And basically before the ban list, I had a very bad taste in my mouth, but now I'm gamers. We're cooking.
Yeah. Now I feel like there's a breath of fresh air. Obviously, there's gonna be new floodgates, but like the floodgates that really bother us are like gone. So it's like it's good.
There's still, there's still a retaliating C, but we can work on that.
The retaliating C is whatever. Okay, whatever. I'll just make Star Source and still play, and
exactly.
We carry on from there.
Yeah, I'm sure that Dragotail fans are making this day. What is this? 23rd, the national 24th national day for Dragotail fans because now Bear is banned.
That's true. That's true. So is this the advanced list for Genesis? It's for advanced Monarch players are always super awesome and nice. Yeah, that's Chandler. Check out Crush Cards if y'all want to see the deck list for the first place Monarch list. I recommend it so you just like know what this deck does because this is a deck you could just get caught with your pants down kind of situation. But yeah, no, I think that's gonna probably wrap it up for this stream because I wasn't even planning on streaming. I literally was about to leave for the day, and then this dropped. I have not eaten today, so I'm gonna go get some food, and do some chores. Yeah, I might be back later, maybe to stream some more, because we have more to test. But I do want to appreciate or say thank you to everyone who came on. Shout out to Baby Otter and Angra for chilling with us till the end here. Do appreciate it, and
always a pleasure.
Always. Y'all are always welcome. Glad to have you back playing Yu-Gi-Oh, Baby Otter. So yeah, no, and then also shout out
to be back.
Brandon Best Deck.
Brandon Best Deck.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we have and shout out to Galza. Remember to check out his channel. And then also we had a few other people come through before, so shout out to them. Shout out to Mario. So yeah, and shout out to Cartesia and Solomon Yuja too. So all right, guys, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Very much would appreciate it. We put out like 5 videos the last like 2 days. So if you're looking for some more great content, I would check out today's triple deck profile or triple structure deck profile. I'll link it down below right now. Go leave a like and check it out if you haven't already. Once again, we'll be back with a how to play branded episode tomorrow. We're gonna be going through basics to advanced, and very good series if you're just coming back to branded or you're picking up for the first time. So very much do appreciate it. This ban list was a W. Branded best deck. D barrier is dead as shit, and TCG is good again. So yeah, I really don't have anything negative to say. I think I'm gonna basically be complimenting Konami for this until the next few floodgates pop up. But until then, we'll be seeing you guys later. Yeah, guys, we'll be seeing you guys later. Have a good one, everyone in the stream. See you, Sonic. See you, Rhino. See you, Dropify. See everyone who's been chilling with us. Suck some netweed. Bye now.